Hello everyone! Hello, and welcome! Or better than hello, I should say ho, welcome to the stream everyone! Every single one of you delicious boys and girls, little Cooperinos, little Coupettes, and little boys and girls called Louise, for whatever reason. The girl will be called Louise, but if you're a girl and your name is Louise, welcome to the stream! My name is Douglas, and today we're going to be doing some art because I'm a late ass boy. Also, hello there, Oni and Loba. Welcome to the stream, both of you. Sorry for being late. So as it happens, I was just having lunch, but this time instead of having lunch in a house, at our little humble home, we were having lunch in the shopping mall, which means we were far away. And you know, with the holiday seasons being out and about, it's kind of hard to find parking spots and get in and get out of place. It's great. But anyway, only you said it, I told Doug Daddy, because you know how I'm gonna abandon you. I'm not. How dare you? Doug damn it, Doug damn it. Loba says Merry Christmas and slash holidays. Merry Christmas and slash holidays to you too, Loba. How has your Christmas been? And how has yours Christmas been too, Oni? How has everyone's Christmas been? By the way, there's some random music playing. I don't know what song is this. I just googled unexpected music and there you have it. It's playing, whatever this is. So comic book wise is what we're gonna be doing today because I'm a late ass boy and I have not done the latest comic book pages. I have to do those sort of shenanigans. So what I'm gonna do is pick through my paperoos here, which I'm also using to kind of support the webcam, some scripts. So there's a lot of text going on. It's telling pretty much all the story of the comic and that there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna pick one of these and start illustrating. That's what's gonna be happening today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Loba, you said that you have a sore throat, but it was okay. The kids had a blast. Oh, that's great. It's great to hear that someone enjoyed Christmas for what it is. It's supposed to be a very enjoyable moment in, you know, a very chaotic and hectic world where people are killing one another over very petty things. So I'm glad people had a great time. So I need to find music. I don't know what music to play, so I'm gonna play more of my game soundtrack. More Fire Emblem, I guess. Everyone loves Fire Emblem. Actually, no, never mind. I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy Best Music. So, top 25 Final Fantasy songs of all time, top 20 Final Fantasy music OST, top 50 most epic Final Fantasy songs, 1 hour of the best Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 music. That's not what I want. Fuck it. Let's go with this first one. The top 25 Final Fantasy songs of all time, according to Zen-like Productions. So that's not my statement. That's someone else's statement. So, Oni, you said draw me and your Hobbit. No, I have comics to do. I just spent the first 20-something minutes speaking about how I'm late with comics and I have to do them. And Lola, your voice sounds like you smoked for 20 years. At least it's only your voice that sounds bad. It's not your lungs. That would not have been nice. So, have layouts. So starting with page 1 over here, we have this layout for things. Also, the camera is not good at focusing, so I'm not even gonna bother. So this is the first page with 3 panels. You guys didn't see me do that, but you saw me do this, which is a 2 small panel voice things. Also, I'm gonna load this a little bit further. Just damn it, will load. The computer volume is already too low and I can't even hear myself. Also, perhaps the reason why I can't hear myself is because the microphone is fucking far away. Let me move it. Okay, now the microphone is closer to me, so I'm a loud boy. And as far as music goes, so this is why I take a while before starting streams, is to set things the fuck up. I didn't have the time to set things up beforehand, so that's why everything's so hectic right now. And also, hello there, Triple Boy, welcome to the stream as well. How are you doing today? How was Christmas? And also, sorry Oni that you think I'm gonna abandon you. I won't. I don't plan on, at least, I might, but that's not in my plans. Anyway, Lobo said the song is too loud and now it's better, and Triple Boy says louder. No, it needed to be lower. And then it says Bork to you too. Yeah, comics. So this was the first page, I drew it, it's fun, it's complete. Now there's the second page. So it was 2 small panels, then a wide panel, and 3 thin but tall panels. 3 thin and tall panels here at the bottom part. That was that was it for this page. There's also some text going on, but because my camera is reversed, you guys won't be able to read jack shit of that. And then there's page 3, which is what we're gonna be doing now. It's, let me see it, even I don't know what this is. It's 2 small panels on the top, then the middle is gonna be a large panel, but just of the characters kind of walking from place A to place B. But I'm gonna try and use some delicious perspective angles to make it look a little bit more interesting. That's so they don't look like bland and boring. They're gonna look like they are alive and with personality and shit. The second to last panel is... You can't really tell, but it's written hangar down here. Maybe you can. Yeah, I don't know if you can. But it's written hangar in there. So they're gonna be entering a ship hangar. So they're gonna be... It's gonna be a kind of a establishing shot of a lot of ships out and about. But it's not as big as the middle panel, so the middle panel is going to be more of a focus on their faces. It's going to be kind of a close up, and then we're gonna move to panel 4, which I think I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, so you can have a better establishing shot going on. Then there's gonna be a last panel there, right down here. In the bottom corner, which is gonna be the character being like, ah, fuck, things I wanted to do aren't working out. So this is gonna be the page we're gonna be doing today, and normally I would go and make the layout and put the layout on paper, then take a photo, throw into the drawing program and make magic fucking happen. But we don't have time, so we're gonna freehand this. So it's gonna be very, very, very rough. I hope you guys are able to stick around for it and that you guys don't get too scared. Because when we start freehanding shit, it's always radical and too much for some. But anyway, now I get to begin drawing. So how are you guys doing today in this delicious Wednesday, or rather the day of the wedding? I don't know what a wedding is, but today is the day of the wedding. I made the same joke a couple of weeks ago, but still nobody came forward to explain to me what the fuck is a mon, a twez, a wedding, a churros, a fry, and a satyr, and a sun. Although a sun, I can deduce that it is the actual sun, but the rest of the other things I don't know what they are. Anyway. So first and foremost, I'm gonna save this empty ass canvas as a mother flipping CSV file. Just so worst comes to shove and things crash, I won't lose progress. And also, hello there, Wolfrain. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How's it going? And you say, yo, cam stream. Yes, I have a webcam. I just don't use it for reasons. Most of the time the reason is because, you know, my boyfriend is here and we have a small ass house, and that door right there is the bathroom door, and it's not gonna be nice to kind of broadcast him going in and out of the bathroom, so I don't broadcast my camera. But since he's not home today, because it's the day of the weddings, I'm doing camera, so it's a day for new things. It's a day for freehanding, it's a day for camera, it's a day for so many radical stuff. And Oni says, I love it rough, daddy dog. My dog, Oni. What's up with you? So, because I'm freehanding, I'm also gonna be throwing in random lines to define where is the panel division. So one thing I can already say for sure is that this is gonna be the lateral margins, so I'm not gonna draw in there. But instead of making a line, I'm just gonna throw in this little marker thing. Kinda doesn't stand out too much in the way when I'm making sketches. It's I feel like it's a little bit better. Doesn't feel as intrusive. So a little small, two small panels in here. Maybe not too small because I need to fit flipping speech bubbles in there. So this should do it. It's gonna be something like this-ish. Then a bigger panel. Also, let's make the layout here on paper. Why not? It's gonna be much more fun when we do this. This thing like this is so improvised. You can clearly tell I'm winging this. Hopefully it works out in the end.
Nobody loves me.
Of course we do, Oni. What the fuck are you talking about? You scandalous whore. We love the heck out of you. Don't say such things. That's not our general feeling towards you. We feel lots of love towards you. Thanks for the bits, by the way. And Triple Boy says, you're good. You did a drawing this morning and it turned out really good. You posted it on the Discord. Let me check it out. I know I said I'm late with the comic, but I always have time to see what fun shenanigans you guys have been up to. Also, you did a drawing too on it. It's pretty good. I'm very confused though as towards the themes. Fuck if I know what's going on there, but I do like the drawing. And oh, that's a nice drawing, Triple Boy. Loving that high contrast. Don't know what you were going for. If it's just a portrait, but no matter what it is, it's pretty good. Also, hello there, Double Z Gamer Go. Welcome to the stream. How's it going with you today? In this delicious day of the weddings, that is today. Yeah. Fuck. So what I'm gonna be doing here, my plans is to have a little floating panel going on, and the fun-ish thing about having a floating panel is that I can always float it around and kind of fit it anywhere, but that would require me to totally fill in the background for this fourth panel there, so let's see how that will turn out. And Wolfriend says understandable. Aluba says I love you, Oni, never changed. And Triple Boy says that he loves you too, Oni. See, we all love you. You're just being a scandalous whore again. Don't be a scandalous whore. Trust us when we say that we love you. And Double Z Gamer Girl says you're good, thanks. How about you? I'm doing good. Today's a lovely day. It's not too hot, as is wont to do here in our Southern Hemisphere summer. And I'm lagging, I should be drawing characters. Let me just read here my script to see what the fuck is going on. Because I don't... You think I know, I don't know. There you go, blah blah blah, tells blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. Fuck, what did I write here? So this is page 3. Okay, I didn't write anything down for this page. I made just a couple quick summaries. I didn't write the actual dialogue, so the freehanding just got a little bit more extreme. I'm gonna freehand even the dialogue. That's not good. Don't do that, kids. Gamer Girl asks, are you using Photoshop? No, I'm using Clip Studio. It's much better. Believe me, it's much better than Photoshop. And Triple Boy says he was lurking in Baru's chest yesterday. I don't know what that is. And he ended up gifting a lot of subs, so you got one and have really cute emotes for this month. Oh my god, those are lovely little emotes. I don't know what they are, but they are lovely. Hi, Doug. And then it says, but Doug, the idea of the drawing was demo. You tagged you on it. Demo. What demo? Do you mean demos from... Oh no, okay, so that's... I have no idea what that is, Zoni. But, seeing this picture here, I can tell that you did an amazing job with the flowers in the background and the swords jetting from all sides. It's pretty good. I still don't know what that is. I'm gonna assume it's an anime that you're into. So, this won't help. So let's open up the previous page. It will help clear some things up and help us wing this next part a little bit better. So, let me open the page up here in Clip Studio, because why not? We're already here anyway. Also, welcome to the stream, Tiger and Sam. Glad to have you here with us. Gamer Girl says, okay, you changed from Photoshop to Affinity Designer, much cheaper. I never heard of Affinity Designer. But yeah, if you find a program that is good at doing what you want it to do, and it's not Photoshop, then you probably made a very good choice. And Sam says, greeting Mr. Douglas and everyone, how are you? You're super tired. Boy, because walk 3 kilometers on the beach. 3 kilometers is like baby walk, Sam. Walk 10 kilometers, then come back and complain about being tired. But that's good. Throwing up some fitness in there is always a good thing. And also, welcome to the stream, Robert the Shark. And Tiger says, oh ho, more Final Fantasy music. You better believe it, because I have nothing else to play that is not copyrighted. Because we all know that things that are copyrighted in Japan are not copyrighted in America for some random reason, so let's go with it. Okay, so this is the previous page, page 11, which theoretically is page 10, I think. Let's pretend it's page 10. So this is the character going like... Well, I'm not even going to explain what's going on here. He hears a noise and then shows up. In comes a pouty face. Mrs. Pouty Face. And she's like, Gertrude, pack your things. We're leaving. And then he goes, what? Oh, we're leaving. Where to? I thought I'd be stationed here for another few years. And this cool ass space station thing they are in, because you can see there's a window that gives out to outer space. And there's a little bunk bed thing here. There's some shelves with shenanigans. And she's here and she says, you're going back home to Pageant. And then it starts to get a little bit intrigued as to what the fuck is going on. And then like I said, the 3 thin, long, tall panels. He goes like, really? Oh my dog, that's awesome. Let me pack up real quick. And then he keeps talking, yammering. I can't wait to get back home. I've missed everyone so much. I wonder if Amel and Leah are doing good. They must have awesome stories to tell too. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm ready to go. When are we leaving? Who else is going with us? As you can see, this character is kind of a jabbermouth. He's going to be talking quite a lot. That's his guest. So next page, page 12, it's going to be more of him and Mrs. Pouty Face. So they're going to be walking. He's going to be, well, actually he just asked the question like, Who else is going with us? She'll be already turning and walking away and being like, nobody's coming, it's just you and me. And then he's going to be like, what? Just you and me? Isn't that like against the rules? Or fucking whatever. And then here in the third panel, they're gonna be walking on a cool ass angle, and she's gonna be like, what is she gonna tell? She's gonna be saying something like, I can't tell you this. It's an emergency, and I'll tell you everything once we're on the way. Sort of to build up the suspense. So she's gonna be like, I can't tell you anything unless I'll tell you everything once we're on the way, but right now you have to do what I tell you, it's an emergency, shut up. He won't shut up though, he will keep jamming. So in panel 4, here is the hangar, he's gonna be like, but where are we going, why are we going, blah. And then he's gonna ask her name, last panel, she's gonna answer without answering him. It's gonna be crazy, but you will see, it's gonna work out, because he's gonna be like, what's your name? She's not gonna say what her name is. She's gonna pick up the phone or a little intercom thing and be like, it's me, Mrs. Pouty Face requesting a ship or something. And she will reveal her name in that way as he asks her name, so it's kinda connected. You mentally can make the connection, you the reader, between him asking what's your name and she saying her name in different places. But it's not gonna be super kinda hold handsy, as in I say what's your name and then they say my name is John. It's gonna feel a little bit more, it's built in a way that it kinda keeps things flowing and moving ahead, if that makes any sense. Anyway, hello there, Trash Child, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And Gamer Girl said that it's Photoshop basically, but not by Adobe. It works for what you do, no monthly subscription, just a one-off payment. Same thing with Clip Studio, it's amazing. Except that Clip Studio is more for illustration and painting and stuff. I don't know if the program you said is the same thing. Robert the Shark says Merry Chrysler. Merry Chrysler to you too. How's it going over there? Aloba, you said the Clip Studio was on sale for 25 buckaroos on Black Friday. It was. And then Gamer Girl says Jabber the Talkie. That's him alright. And then it says that sounds like you 99% of the time. Oh no. And Sam says that 3 kilometers is baby steps, but you was going beyond your limits on exercising. Exercise is not with a Z, it's with an S. So, I must hug you. And Triple Boy says it's more natural, organic. Yeah. It doesn't feel forced, it feels like it's kinda... The information that you would expect to be delivered is being delivered, but not in the way you would expect, so in a way it's subverting your expectations, but at the same time kinda showing off the characters' personalities. You're gonna see this guy being like super jabbery and talking a lot, asking a lot of questions and not all of them being answered. Any of them are being answered truly. And we're gonna have Mrs. Pouty Face who's gonna be like, she just says, follow me, and then turns and goes, and she doesn't explain what's going on, she doesn't talk much, she's kinda bossy in a way. So we're gonna be able to see that without saying she is bossy, he is a jabbermouth. You're gonna be able to see those things happening. And I hope that makes for better writing than my previous comics were. And Sam says, for some reason your hair is more curly than normal today. Aside from that, how do you all do? I do great. Like I was saying, it's not too hot, it's a pretty chill day today. Yesterday was Christmas, I did Christmas things on Christmas. I went to the in-laws' house for dinner, and it was pretty fun. We had dinner. We had dinner, and it was was quite wonderful, truth to be told. Uh, was also weird because we ate so very little and yet we feel so stuffed afterwards. I guess, I don't know if it's the heat that is making us feel so lethargic in a way, or if it's that we are actually learning how to close our mouth a little bit and eat less, which is what we should have been doing for years now. I don't know, but it was good. I didn't gain any weight from all this Christmas eating. Like, too much weight. I gained some weight, but not too much. And yeah, it was a fun little day off. Got to spend with my boyfriend's family. I had a great time. We exchanged gifts, more as in we gave gifts and got none back in return. But it was a fun Christmas. I loved it. I never was one for Christmas before. All the previous years we had celebrated Christmas here in one way or another. It was mostly me just going there and being like, sure, Christmas is happening. I'm here. Okay. Now we have what? 20 hours to go. Okay. But this year I was actually looking forward to Christmas, and we had Christmas and it was fun. And we didn't celebrate Christmas per se on the whole, let's have a Christmas tree and sing Christmas songs and do Christmas things. We just kind of were together and celebrated by having each other's company and being happy with one another and having dinner at a much later time. But other than that, it was a pretty fun time. And now the holidays is over, so we're back here working on workable things, such as the comic. Next week we'll be back there for New Year's, when we're gonna be doing the rest of the Christmassy parts, because not all of the family was there in Christmas, and there's yet gifts to be delivered. So some naughty boys won't get gifts for Christmas. They will be getting gifts after Christmas, which happens to be New Year's, but happens to be next Tuesday. Anyway, Triple Boy says, it could be the weather, Sam. Your hair always gets super puffy when it's humid out. It's super annoying. And Sam says a lot of things. He said, you thought that true, but it's not puffy or anything like that. It looks different from normal, but you're happy with the looks for now. And Sam says, Mr. Douglas, seems like you had a great time. You're happy for me. I'm glad you're happy for me. Thank you, Sam. And Oni says, you didn't celebrate Christmas. You just kept humbugging. What is humbugging, Oni? You kept saying that over the last few days, and I have no idea what you mean by that. And also, Bones, welcome to this daily event in which we gather to watch me talk, mostly rant about things. Welcome. I said that it's art with Doug Day. Doug Day? It's not my day. My day is October 30th. 30th. You know that. Nonetheless, welcome to the stream, Bones. How are you doing? How was Christmas for you? I saw a lot of activity from you on Twitter, so I guess that your Christmas was very Twitter heavy, if that is even a thing. So here she's gonna be kind of bigger, more menacing in a way. It's gonna be kind of. What is the term? To be more of a reprimanding him. This is the part where she goes, it's an emergency. I'll tell everything once we're on our way. She's also gonna be pointing a finger because everyone looks, well, not pointing a finger, I guess she's just gonna have her hand hold up like kind of a shut your fucking mouth, you piece of garbo. Because why not? Oni Bones says, oh, Oni, please, let's be a family. Yes, let's be a family, Bones. Oni, the both of you. And Oni said, Bones is too nice today. Is he drunk again? And Sam says, oh, Bones and Oni a family. A family? Sam, you need to look up your keyboard. It's not typing good. And you be the child. What? You be the child, their son then. What? I will be the child, their son then. What? I don't understand your sentence. I'm gonna assume you mean that you're gonna be Bones and Oni's son, but that makes no sense, so what the fuck are you talking about? And Oni says Baneku is daddy. Baneku is also a drunk, and he's not here today, so we don't talk about people that are not here, because they cannot defend themselves. Because yes, I'm assuming we're gonna be shit-talking Neku if he shows up. So I'm gonna use my marker brush, Sharu, to do this, and this. So this line here is gonna dictate more or less how we're gonna be doing the perspective. What I'm gonna try and do is have a little bit more crooked, because this line here is kind of a tough angle to use. Really not a good angle. I'm more on using this one angle here. So this is gonna be the perspective that we're gonna be going on with. Or at least that's the perspective I wanna go with. There. Also, I have iffy news. I'm not gonna say that they are great news because they might not even be news whatsoever. But it's news nonetheless. I went and did the unthinkable. Shame on me, yes, I did the unthinkable. I got all these pages of the comic that I have done already for the Interdicted. They're not a whole lot of pages, they're like 10 pages. And yeah, it's hard to believe it's 10 pages already. I picked up these 10 pages of the comic that we had done already. And I wrote a cool ass pitch to send for a big publisher. So I sent it off to Image Comics, who publishes a lot of well-known comics such as The Walking Dead and Saga and Paper Girls and Spawn. If they still do Spawn, I don't know if they do. And I sent my pitch for them. So let's see if they... First of all, if they don't think my pitch is shitty, and if they like it, and if they are willing to publish it. Hopefully they are. I hope to God they are. And if things work out, hooray! The comic is gonna be... The comic and me and everything else is going places, so that's good. I'm looking forward to that. And Tiger says they can have 3 daddies. Can you though? I would be more prone to believe your statement, Tiger, if we had examples. I don't see any, so... Triple Boy says, can you be the fun uncle?
Okay, ship me then with Bones. Me and Bones are a couple now.
Okay, I guess we can do that, Oni. Sure, why not? So now it's Boney, as we already had established before a long time ago. It's Boney for the win. And Triple Boy says the one that plays Nintendo with all the kiddos. I mean, you can, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Because I had a cool uncle, and now this cool uncle is kind of like lost in life. He doesn't have a lot going on. And I think that most of these cool uncles are like people that end up not having a lot going on for them, so I don't know if that's who you want to be. But sure, go for broke if that's what you want to be, then who am I to say it's wrong? And Sam says, you may not, you would be their child while they are a family, which wouldn't be long considering how much Bones and Oni bicker. And this damn keyboard will be your end. It will, Sam. And Tiger says, oh well, good luck, Doug. Thank you, Tiger. I will need every luck I can get. And thank you too, Sam. I need all the luck. And thanks for the bits, Tony. And Triple Boy says, well, that sounds like you already. Oh no, that's too depressing a thought. Don't say that. Okay, so now we can have Mrs. Pouty McFace here, going down the hallway. Except that we have this cool ass angle going on, so things are looking crazy. Also, why not throwing some bendiness into this perspective? Everyone loves that this bent effect. I know I do. But tell me, you lovely pepperinos who are not willing to tell me a whole lot, no matter how much I ask you. How was your guys' Christmas? What sort of fun or not fun things did you do this Christmas? How did you celebrate it? Did you even celebrate it at all? Did you do like Bones and work it all? And worked all day throughout Christmas? How was Christmas for you guys? I want to know, I want to compare. See who had a better Christmas than I did.
Take me to your sin bin room, Daddy Bones, and give me your baby batter.
Yes, do that thing Oni said, Bones. Take him to the sin bin room and give him your baby batter. Because he needs it for baby making reasons. And I mean, I'm not gonna bother going on to the internet and googling what a mix of a what's it called, a Bordeaux Collie and a Bernese Mountain Dog looks like. I'm sure there are photos out there of what a Bernese Mountain Dog and a Bordeaux Collie looks like when you mix the two of them together. But I'm doing comics, so if one of you want to go out there into Google or Bing if you're looking for more naughty results and find those things and link it back to us, then kudos on you and you have my blessing. If not though, then we will have to live the rest of our days not knowing how that thing we said looks like, or feels like, or is like. So now with this we have sort of a few anchor points with which to dictate how this hangar will look. And Tiger said that it's cute. And then it says border knees. I second that. Border knees sounds amazing. Sounds like something I would love to have to dip my salad in, or dip on top of my salad. That's not the term I'm looking for. What's it like? To dress my salad with. Because I mean, if you're gonna have salad, you can't, for the love of dog, have salad without throwing a little bit of border knees dressing on top of it, and you just can't. But anyway. So this is gonna be the hangar room, but it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna work at an angle, so I don't know which angle really, so I'm gonna figure out that later. Which is not good, I should figure it out now. There you go. Oh no. Triple Boy says Christmas was good. We spent a lot of time baking with your mom. We made like 6 loaves of bread, brownies, cookies, rice crisp squares, and enough gnocchi to feed an entire army. I have no idea what gnocchi is, but it sounds delicious. And possibly very buttery. And then the family came over 2 days in a row and ate all of it. So your family is an army. Was that what you're saying? And Rain Shep says a salad without dressing is hard. You know my plights, right, Rain Shep? Also, welcome to the stream. We're doing comic books, I guess. And Sam says, Ray, so nice to see you. And you sent in a picture of a border knees. Would you look at that? The border knees is a breed of dog that is about 19 to 26 inches of height, about 40 to 80 pounds of weight. It lives from 12 to 15 years, but we're using weird measures, so I don't know what those number means, except the years. They're best suited for singles and families with children and other pets living in a house or apartment with a yard. Their temperament is gentle, protective, loyal, affectionate, smart, playful, energetic, and obedient. And comparable breeds is the Border Collie and the Bernese Mountain Dog. You don't fucking say. The Bordernese basic is that the beautiful Bordernese is a beloved designer canine breed, as these dogs makes fabulous family pets, combining good looks with a loving personality that easily wins hearts. The Bordernese could be the ideal choice for you, but before bringing one home, check out the information below to learn more about this unique breed's needs. The Bordernese origin is a designer dog breed whose oranges aren't entirely clear. Go figure. The Bordernese is a cross between a pure breed Border Collie and a Bernese Mountain Dog. Their food/diet is... Fuck that, I'm not even gonna read this. But what I'm gonna read is the common health problems, because everyone has health problems, especially dogs. So let's read what sort of maladies you will be having your pet go through during their 12 to 15 to possibly 3 years lifespan. Because the Bordernese is a hybrid canine breed, it might be susceptible to some of the health problems that affect its parent breeds. At the same time, though, hybrid breeds can be surprisingly hardy and healthy. They don't die as easily. At the same time, though, hybrids breeds and there really is no way to predict an individual dog's long-term health. In the end, there is no guarantee that your dog will inherit any health problems from his parents. But being aware of them is a good way to keep an eye out for symptoms and get your pet help right away if they arise. Not when, if. Some of the ailments that might affect the Bordernese includes diabetes, allergies, hip and joint dysplasia. Ooh, what is that word? Osteochondritis dissecans? Osteochondritis dissecans, deafness, bloat, obesity, hypothyroidism, eye problem, epilepsy, cancer, sensitivity to drugs, neurological problems, von Willebrand's disease. I don't know what that is. I didn't know what many of other things are too, but that's you can't even guess what that is. Panostitis and portosystemic shunt. Whatever that is. And puppies. As with all puppies, you should handle your Bordernese pup with care and supervise any time that your pet spends with small children to ensure he doesn't get accidentally hurt. You can begin socializing and training your puppy after bringing him home, as that will help him become comfortable with a variety of people and animals, even the rabid ones. And he'll also start learning what's allowed and what isn't allowed in your home, because that's how it goes. So before you go and double down on that, make sure you check out the Border Collie which is a breed of dog. That is a weird photo they chose for the border collie, which is one border collie lying down and another one standing up on top of it, like on a kind of cross, like an X formation. What the hell is going on? And the Bernese Mountain Dog, which is a big, hardy fluffer with lots of energy and lots of weight, and they could easily overpower you if they wanted to, but they know that they know their strength, and that's why they don't do those sort of things. Because, like, really, a Bernese Mountain Dog is big enough that they could destroy you and rip you to shreds if they wanted to. They don't, though, because they're lovely little beings. But if they wanted, my dog. Only says yes, they all look like you because black is the most dominant color. What? Rain Chef says gnocchi is a potato pasta. Lobo, you said that gnocchi is gnocchi. Oh, so that's what gnocchi is. Now I see. I've learned a new thing. Triple Boy says that gnocchi is an Italian pasta with a notoriously hard to pronounce name. Same thing over here. And Sam says it's too much to read. Yes, I didn't read it all. I'm not even gonna. And Rain Chef says that dysplasia is basically a deformed or floating joint. His bones is love child. Exactly. We're talking just about that. Mostly because Oni asked for Bones' baby batter, and what are you gonna do with another male's baby batter if not to produce child? And if Oni and Bones produce child, it's gonna be a... how is it called again? A Borderknees. So there you go. I don't know who decided that the border name comes first, so it could be like a Bernese Collie too, but go figure. I guess that there's many types of Collies, but only one type of Bordeaux, so go figure. And Rain Chef, yes, Bonnie is a thing, because Oni just sent me a few bits to ask me, my blessing, to make Bonnie an official thing, and so I have. So now Bonnie is official. They are a ship, the only ship, and there's a term that some things and people used to use a while ago. I don't know exactly the meaning of it or why it is a thing. When they call two people a power couple, I don't know why that is a term, but I suppose that they mean something kind of like they're the best couple, the one that won't ever break up or something. And that's it. So we have a lot of layout going on down here. Now it's time for us to start either doing text or drawings. One or the other. Or we can do the thing that is even better and do drawing text. I should have done the layout on paper. I don't know why I didn't. Since I didn't do the layout on paper, I guess that it falls down to me now to drawing the text that these fuckerinos are gonna be talking about. So in the previous page has who else is going with us. Mrs. Poutyface says no one is coming with us. With us. We're going Aaron. Yep. She says that. Then our intrepid hero, he goes and replies, But can we? But can we? I thought the Huns had to be to move as a group. Also, Rain Shep, how was your Christmas? Hopefully you didn't have to work during Christmas. And then it says, oh my dog, team of love, you're crying, it hits you hard in the feels. Don't let the music hit you in the feels. And then she says, it's an emergency. I'll tell you everything once we are she totally would say we are on our way. But for now, do as I tell you. Do as he tell you. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. So as we can see, these are some big speech bubbles. I wonder how the heck I'm gonna fit them in here. I'm gonna probably have to move around the size of these characters. Can have these panels be this big. If I want them to use all the things we have going on. Anyway, but for now, do as I tell you. And then as they walk around, the Gervo is not gonna do as much as she tells him. He's gonna be asking a lot of questions. Rain Shep, you no work until January 3rd. That is amazing. I'm glad that you're gonna have a decent vacation, even so soon after you've just been hired. So that's great. Hope you enjoy it. And Oni says, cuz when you play Dissidia, dual decim, whatever that means, whenever you had relationship issues, you always placed Yuna as the enemies with her wedding dress. What? I'm not sure what you mean, Oni, but sounds like something, sounds interesting nonetheless. I can't relate exactly to that, but I can relate to something kind of like that I did. And you always picked Prish with Theme of Love and knock the shit out of Yuna and cry your frustration and sorrow out. Huh. That kinda reminds me of a thing I did, game-wise. So I need stuff to fill this page here. Gervo is gonna be asking a lot of stuff and random stuff. Oh, an emergency. An emergency! What kind? I don't know. What kind of emergency? Does it have anything to do with home? Does it have anything to do with home? Yeah, next page is an action page, so that's a thing. And rank ships and can anyone truly understand Oni? And Oni says, but you always had a dispute to master level, and yet you kicked the shit out of it. That's good. And Sam, don't do evil things. So, does it have anything to do with home? Shouldn't we? Shouldn't we let the others know? The others. No. She's gonna be like, Gertrude, please. And he has said those things. I'm gonna just say, Gertrude, please. Just trust me. Gertrude. No, she's not gonna say please. She doesn't say please. It doesn't fit her. She's gonna say, Gertrude. Just trust me. Still doesn't feel as much like her, but she needs to say his name and then be like, shut up. Gertrude. Gertrude, I told you already. I told you already. What was I say? I will have to work into that text later, but for now, I guess that works. Could be better, could be worse, could be much worse. And hello there, Nathan. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And Sam says that wait, Ted came out wrong. And Tiger says, goodness, where did that come from, Sam? And Rain says, why Sam wants to punch you? And Sam, you have been very jumpy today. You've been kinda strange. You promised not to hurt anyone. And Sam, no spanking anyone. No doing anything of the sort in here. Not today, not ever. No. And welcome to the stream, Nathan. And you're doing okay, just resting. Resting is good. We all need to rest a little bit after these hectic holidays we have had. Okay, so now they're walking through the hangar, and Gertrude says,
Oh my dog, is the home world is in trouble? Should we notify the others? What's going on? Are you going to die? Are we even gonna come back home? And I really gay? Are we bringing people too? Should I need clothes and protection? Oh my dog.
That's more or less like it, honey. That actually captures very well the kind of inquisitiveness that Gertrude would have had in this case. Thanks for the bits, by the way. So Gertrude would say, no need. You can just call me Gervo. That's what my friends call me. What my friends call me. Some humans. There's more, wait, there's more. Oh wait, there's more. If you're throwing the extra cleaner pad for just $19.99, you'll also get for free 2 clean rags, which you can use with our new Clean Master 200,000 XPO for free. You can just call me Gerbo, that's what my friends call me. Some humans. Humans calls me Puppy though. Puppy though. I wonder why. And then he goes, but what is your name? What is your name? And then it's gonna be a little arrow pointing out to whatever he is in that scene. And then Mrs. Spottyface goes, how does she goes again? Yep. Come on, paper, behave. For flip's sake. She's gonna go Lieutenant, which is written Lieutenant Jordan. Lieutenant Jordan. Code Blair. Numbers. I'm not even gonna bother thinking up numbers right now. Lieutenant Jordan Code Blair requesting a vessel. Requesting a vessel. So there you go. She ends up saying her name, but she doesn't say it to Gertrude as he asks her. She ends up saying her name, but more so because she's picking up a phone and saying, Lieutenant Blair, requesting ship. So that's what I meant before. as in they introduce themselves in a very in a more weird way. Yeah.
Will there be others like you? What will we eat along the way? Will I find love? Are there gross humans? Is it spoopy? What will I find there? Will someone touch my unyasy? Am I annoying? My daddy calls me Papa. What do they call you, oh my dog?
Oh, what do they call you indeed? Oh, Jordan, what do they call you? They call me cunt. Oh, thanks for the bit, Sonny. And Rainshap says, you want to be spanked by a white tiger, Sam? No spanking allowed here. Not today, not ever. Well, Sam says that will happen later in a place where spanking is allowed. Wow, so long as it's not here. Sure. And Triple Boy, you also cannot spank anyone. No spanking going on here. Rainshap, cut that out. No spanking. And also, hello there, Nekiroy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going with you? How was your Christmas, by the way? Didn't get to ask you. Sorry. And Bone says, Limao, Onyusi, Nekusi. And Oni says, Bonyusi. Sure. Sure. And Sam, you said that you know for a fact that Inekus is a stream. Only touched the Nekusi. What? What? What do you mean? Anaka says, Fro's okay and you're hungry, but no food. That's what we call a third world country. But really, go after some food, Neko. You can't exist just out of love. You need food as well to keep your nutrition in check. So, get out of your computer and go find some food. And Bone says everyone has an Yusi. Doug Yusi. Oh no. And Triple Boy says Daddy Doug says no spanking. And Bone says Sam Yusi. And Boy Yusi. Never mind. Oh sure, Bones, never mind. How was your Christmas, by the way? I think which I asked, but you did not answer, and I wonder, why do you ignore me so, Bones? What have I done to warrant your complete lack of... I don't even know the word. Okay, let's do this. Let's draw people. So she's walking and she's like, ooh, I have to go. No one's coming with us, we're going alone. So she's gonna be answering the question, but she's gonna be walking about with a stoic look of, we're going places. Whereas poor young Gertrude back here is like, why? But why? But father, don't we need company in our voyage? But father, why are we taking only one ship? Whereas there's thousands of us. Are we going to divide bunks and beds between ourselves? Are people going to have to sleep in the corridors? What will happen with the people that don't have places to sleep in at, Daddy? But father, why are you putting on a space helmet and giving me none? Will I be inside the ship as you go out? What the hell am I doing? Okay. Okay, so how do I do this stoic look? She's gonna be facing more so down, walking where this the size of walk, like where I can have places to be, things to see, people to kill. Blam. Let's go. By the way, I was gonna talk about gaming shenanigans before, but I totally completely forgot about that now. Now it's time to get back to that subject. But first, what have you guys been saying? Triple Boy says, haha. Trash Out says, what is that? Okay, I don't know what that is. And Bones says, you're a bad friend. You're not a bad friend, Bones. You're a delightful friend. You just... Well, you just do your own things on your own pace. And you're a busy boy, we understand. You have a lot of stuff to do. You can't stop about to answer every single question I ask you when you have those delicious processes that need processing in your work. So, it's alright, I understand. Don't feel guilty. I'm just trying to guilt you into participating, but I understand that you have more important shit to do other than being here. And by shit I mean really important things that affects the life of many more people than being here. Such as a real job. Anyway. Sam says, in a stream a while ago, Naki was streaming late at night and only said only was there, and you were there, not you. I was. Actually, does work. The fuck. Okay, so you guys were there and you saw only do thing, like touching the necklace. What? The necklace says he was trying to pass through Cuphead. There's no T in true. And Sam says, yeah, and you were suffering a lot. And Bones says, Neki streams when now? I don't know. When do you stream, Nekiroy? When? How? Why? Tell us all about it. We need to know all about your new streaming schedule. Is it gonna happen Sundays to Sundays, every single day? 8 hours a day? Are you gonna become a pro streamer, Nekiroy? Is that gonna become your new life? Because I wholeheartedly approve of that. And I see nothing wrong with that. And Oni says, who is best daddy? Marcus, who just showed up. Marcus, you're the best daddy. And you said Merry Christmas to this beautiful dog of Douglas and to the chat too. Welcome to the stream, Marcus. And Merry Christmas to you too. How are you doing today? In this delicious day of the weddings, where Christmas is past being celebrated. Except maybe the people in Hawaii are still celebrating Christmas. Nah, they're not. It's already the 26th over there. But who knows? Welcome to the stream, by the way. How are you doing, Marcus? How was your Christmas? I know it says Bones or Nekio, Doug. Bones says you, of course. And Nekio says you just randomly open it. You could do for Final Fantasy 15, but it's not working. I don't know if you can even stream Final Fantasy 15. That game is known to be very heavy and very resource intensive on even good computers. They can't run it. They can't handle all the delicious Lucius. No, what is the name of the main character? Noctis. Even beefy computers can't handle streaming that Noctis Uzi. It's too powerful for computers to stream. But you can always try, who knows? And Marcus says, you best daddy, you don't know. I know, and I agree, you are best daddy. And Bones says Marcus isn't in the running. Of course he is. The fuck you're saying? Shut your canine mouth, Bones. Everyone gets to run for best daddy. Also, what the hell is this song? Is it even Final Fantasy? Opera Maria and Draco, composed by Nobuo Uematsu, Distant Worlds arrangement, Final Fantasy VI. Sure. If they say so, then it must be a thing. Marcus, you're done with work and now eating your stuff and chill with your nice art. Oh, thank you. And myself. I'm glad you enjoy it. And you find it chill to a degree. And Trash Child says, you're daddy. Well, see, everyone wants to be daddy. And Aki says, Noctusis. And Aki also said, but still, you just want to play it, but it doesn't run. Google, start troubleshooting that little son of a bitch and see what's up with it. Probably you will have to upgrade your drivers, your graphic cards driver, because that game is resource intensive as fuck. Try to run it as an administrator. I do remember that game kind of crashing for me as well. I don't remember why or what did I ever do to solve it, but that game has a lot of issues. Try updating everything you have. That already can solve a lot of problems you might be having. Just because. And Triple Boy, you just want to be best boy. You already are. You are 3 times a boy. So that's more boys than most boys. And Sam says that Final Fantasy 15 can be streamed, but you gotta have the tech, computer, and more accessories for the extra support. I don't know if it is possible. Might be. But one thing we could certainly try is Nekuroi. Like I said, I have no idea if this is possible. But you can always try to... I'm gonna be playing on your computer. You can try to send the video footage from your computer to your cell phone. And then stream from your cell phone, so your computer just has to handle the game as sending video to your cell phone, which might be lighter. I don't know. It might be. I have no idea if it is or isn't. But if it is, and then you can stream from your cell phone has to do the job of converting the video and throwing it into the internet. Whereas your computer can just kind of chill, and just run the game. I don't know if that's a thing you can do reliably, but if you can, then do that. If not, then, well, I guess you won't be streaming Final Fantasy 15 after all. So, Onya, to go back to your story about you playing against Yuna in her wedding dress. It reminds of wee young me all the way back into 2013 when I had suffered a huge breakup with my ex-boyfriend. A little while after Grand Theft Auto 5 had just released. So we broke up, and then I was like really downstruck and kind of sad and whatnot. And the only game that I had going on was Grand Theft Auto 5. So I got that game, Grand Theft Auto 5, and I started playing it. And really doing all the stuff I could do in it back in the PlayStation 3. I did all the story missions. I did all the things I could do. Not all the side missions. Oh, there's a lot of those. But I did all the main missions, and then I kept just kind of hanging out and driving around the world, just finding stuff to do and chilling and exploring the world, and that was incredibly pleasant to do, weirdly enough. And yeah, it really helped me because it was back in a time when, after breaking up with my ex, I also was in this weird state situation where, admittedly, the fault of the breakup was with me. I was the one in the wrong, and because of that, pretty much all of our friends sided with my ex in the breakup. So all of my friends became his friends, and I was left over with virtually with no friends. And so I really felt I didn't felt like going out anymore. I would. The only thing that made me go out was work, and then a couple months later I got fired, and then I had no work anymore. So I moved back into my parents' house, and I was in my bedroom every single day, all day, doing nothing, just kind of looking at the ceiling and doing nothing. But after playing some GTA, I got so immersed in that world that I found something to do and explore and see this story unfold in front of me. I still don't get what the heck was up with GTA's story. It's really out there, and the fuck is going on. But it was this very immersive world full of stuff to do, and it kept me entertained for long enough. And that is kind of a weird thing what I'm about to say, but seeing playing the characters in the game, playing GTA, you know how it goes. You can always just steal a bike and start cycling anywhere, steal a car and go to the top of a mountain and jump off that mountain with a motorbike you stole from another person in the middle of the road. And when you do that, you realize that the only thing keeping you in the place you are is pretty much yourself. If you wanted, you could go out there and do whatever. Of course, I'm not meaning to say that you can go out there and rob cars and kill people. And what I mean to say is that you can go out there and do things with your life. You don't need to have a companion or something. If you want, you can simply say, you know what, I'm gonna pick up my bike and I'm gonna cycle up a mountain. Why not? So a thing I did was I got up my bike and started cycling around a little bit more. And then some random people, kinda random-ish people, some furries that from a neighboring city that weren't super friends, but also weren't like complete strangers. They invited me to spend Christmas with them, so I said, sure, why not? So I got up my bike and went biking all over to the next city over. That was like 22 kilometers that I biked. Whereas I had no preparation whatsoever of biking. I didn't know if my bike was holding up okay. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna go. So I picked up my bike and went. And spent Christmas in a different city with people I never got to see ever again. But it was interesting in a way. Because, weirdly enough, GTA just showed me that I could go and do whatever, and I didn't need to be held back by other people. Naki Royal said that he will try putting it on lowest settings. And Marcus says that's sad, and Tiger says, oh no. It's alright though, that has been a long time ago. 5 years ago, in fact. And Sam says, what is the current song? It's Don't Be Afraid from Final Fantasy VIII. I think it's a reorchestrated version. Distant Worlds arrangement. The classical version is more bitsy and weird enough. But anyway, it's there. And Marcus says, that's cool in a way. Would you bike to me if you ask next time? I can't. I mean, fuck, I'd love to go to Germany. If I could, I would certainly go there. I just can't bike because, you know, I would bike all the way up the eastern coast of Brazil. I would go through some coastal cities. I would go through. I would go up several states. I would go through Santa Catarina, Paraná, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Espírito Santo. Then some other ones I don't remember. There's a bunch of them. I think Pernambuco, Bahia, talvez será. And eventually I would be like the closest I can be to the northeastern coast, and that would be the furthest I could go. Then I would need to chart a boat and go all the way over to Europe, but I don't have a passport, so I can't get into Europe legally. And then that would be it. That would be the end of my journey. The most I could do is chart a boat to Portugal, because apparently I don't need a visa to go to Portugal. I do need a passport though. But I could go to Portugal, and once I'm in Portugal, I could pick up my bike and bike around and dodge through some checkpoints and go country to country. I could go from Portugal to Spain, then France, then France is huge as fuck. I could cross France and go to Germany, which is the next country over. And once I'm in Germany with a bike, I could go anywhere, and then I could bike all the way over to you. But that would take me 2 months at least to do, and it's not fully free because this charting of the boat would cost money. And you know, when you start involving money, things get a little bit more complicated. But yeah, if there was no money involved, and if it was something I could easily do, or not necessarily easily, but I could surely do, then sure, I would. Why not? Nataga says, yep, it sounds good. Amarka says, but you don't ask, it would never end. Come back again, so forget it. What? And then it says, to be honest, Doug, your depression gets you severely. That's why when you are depressed, you leave all the servers, uninstall everything, and just hermit yourself to the bed. But that's awful, Oni. You should not, you should not isolate yourself from us. Not just say that, you know, you should always be here. Sometimes you need, you need to give your mind a breather from people. You get mentally exhausted from being around people, and you need a break from people. But it's easier, or rather better, if you just distance yourself from most people, but also keep some close friends and company nearby at all times, and I make sure to you know, say hi to them every now and then. Like it or not, it's the biggest reason, the top one reason why people get help is because they ask for help. So if you go up to a person and say, hey, I'm not feeling so good, I need someone to talk to, then that's gonna work wonders for you. If you just shut up and go to your bed and isolate yourself from everyone, and then come back months later, no one is gonna know what's going on. So what I mean to say is that don't isolate yourself, and have a couple people you can count on when things go down and you feel bad. I don't know if that makes sense, but theoretically it does to me. And Marcus says, like you said before, with your friends, you never saw them again. So this is why I said I wouldn't ask you. It means you would never come back. Yeah, who knows? Maybe. The reason why I never saw this friends again is mostly due to the fact that I moved from my hometown into this other state, and I never saw lots of my old friends again. I never saw again my high school friends. A lot of other very cool forests from my hometown. Never saw them ever again. And when I say ever again, I mean not in the same way we used to see one another, because before it was like we were within reach. I could simply be doing whatever and say, "Hey, wanna hang out later this afternoon?" And then they would say, "Sure, why not? Let's go." And then that's it. But now, if I want to see them, I have to move. Well, not move, but I have to go over there, and going over there, going to another state, it's kind of is a trip, and doing trips randomly like that doesn't work. There's a lot of things going on as far as trips are involved. But I did get to see them again. I just didn't get to see them again and hang out and celebrate Christmas together and shit. So I have been sketching up this boyo here, but I didn't get any breakthrough with his pose, so I suppose I should be doing something. But yeah, in short, what I mean to say is that when I was down and feeling sad and alone and whatnot, I also found solace in playing games and what is the term? Immersing myself in the world of this game, and through that immersion I could stop thinking about myself and my problems for a while and see things from another perspective, and that helped. It helped quite a lot, and for that I'm really happy to have played Grand Theft Auto 5. However, ever since then I never ever got back to playing it again, even though there's all sorts of activities going on with Grand Theft Auto 5. I just never really got back into it. And that's mostly because, in a way, I got really drawn into that game at that time because it was what I had, and it also was what I needed to get through this rough spot in life. But once I did, I guess that the game served its purpose, and I never had a reason for it ever again. So, I'm glad. But so is life. Sometimes you go through the things that you need to go through, you know, to get to the next step. Which in a way is sort of a rationalization of bad things happening to you. To tell yourself that that's what you needed to go through to be able to get where you are. In a way, you're not wrong, but you're also kind of making it feel like one thing only happened because of the other. And implying that those things are not only are related, but were the only way to get this result. So life would not have improved unless this person had gone through those ordeals. And whereas that's not necessarily wrong, I feel like that's kind of a flawed way of viewing things. But then again, I might be wrong too. Could totally be that. But also could not be. You could also had came about and had a good life and made it to the same point without needing to go through bad stuff. Or you could have gone through bad stuff, but instead of coming out the way you did, now ready, a little bit more ready for adult life and shit, you could have not made it out, and that moment could have broken you and what. So yeah, nothing says that you have to go through these bad things to become better, or what, or that you can't get better without going through bad things. That's neither here nor there. I'm just going off on tangents. And also, hello there, Oric. Oric, welcome to the stream. And how's it doing? Also, you said you're so talented. Why, thank you. I'm glad you think so. And let's change the music because we exhausted this playlist. I'm gonna play something else. And Echo, you screamed saying that it's working. It's on low, but it's working. Oh, that's awesome. Does that mean we're gonna have some Final Fantasy 15 streaming going on soon? By the way, you don't have Final Fantasy 15, so how are you gonna stream it when I'm playing stuff? And you can't use my thing anymore. And also Iknoli, hello there, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? How was Christmas? I'm doing good myself, thanks for asking. You didn't, but I assumed you were gonna ask. And I already beat you to the punch with an answer saying that my Christmas was good. Very fun. Still again, oh baby, I need more. Looking so different on this ring light. My dog. Hard to remember when that. Hard to think rather. Think and believe that. Persona 4 is from 2008. It's an old AF game. Persona 7, I mean, what the fuck? Persona 5 is from 2017. So it took almost 10 years for Atlus to go like, you know, let's release another Persona game. And like I said, they apparently are gonna unveil a new Persona 5, possibly an ultimate version. Oh, so Ignoli, you said that your Christmas was great because you made baked mac and cheese. I don't know what? Baked mac and cheese. What even? But sure thing, sounds possibly good. Not gonna say that it isn't, but not gonna say that it is. Never had mac and cheese. And he only says that you would explain all your breakups, but Jesus Lord, 29 stories are a lot. Yeah, 29 is a lot. Also, it's unknowly. But you understand the horrible spelling your name has. Not really. It's more so that, you know, I'm not an English speaking boy. I'm a Brazilian boy. And I don't know English. Little do you know, I'm actually a scrub. And English is not my native language. It's not something I understand. It's not something I speak, per se. So, throw me any Brazilian Portuguese word and I'll master its pronunciation. But throw English words at me and I'll butcher at least 10% of them. 20% of the time. And Bone says you only have 2 breakups. The first and the last. The last is still happening, by the way. My dog Bones. Said that you're a good boyfriend, apparently. And Sam and have never been in a relationship. And Nathan said that they make like 6 games around Persona 4, but none of them was a Persona game formula. There was some fighting games on one, even about battle dancing with Shadow. There was Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, which was Persona 4 again, but plus, so go figure. It was Persona 4 Fest, pretty much. Then there was Persona 4 Dancing, it was Persona 4 Fighting, then Fighting Ultimate, which was like the Fez fighting Persona 4 game, which characters from Persona 3 too, so go figure. Then there was Persona Q, which was the Etrian Odyssey Persona. I don't think there was a Persona card game. It could have had, but I don't think there was. And I think that's it. Okay, so Persona 4 had 1 remastered version and 4 spin-offs. Well, 3 spin-offs, but one of those spin-offs ended up being getting a remastered version, so go figure. And Noli says, well, you prefer Ek, Noli, versus when other people say Noli or Noli. Really? Do people say that? My dog. But anyway, you wanted unknownly. Okay. I'll try and keep that in mind. Unknownly. It's weird, sorry. I know I'm butchering your name, but... If I had a Portuguese... If your name was Portuguese words, I would master it. Believe me. And Marcus says, why you are talking about breakups, anything happened? Or just curiosity? And now it says Persona 4 animated, that's also a thing, that counts. And Triple Boy says you have had 2 breakups, but you have never had a very serious relationship. Both lasted only more or less 2 weeks. It wasn't really a relationship, it was more of a fling. No offense, really, but relationships don't last that little. And Nathan said, I don't know, the dancing game has a really nice plot, does it? Really? Wow, wait. And Bone says year for first, month for second, 14 plus for current. Oh, okay, a year. Okay, so your first relationship lasted for a year. Your second relationship lasted for a month. It wasn't a relationship, it was a fling. And your current relationship lasted for 14 plus years. My dog bones. "14 years of being in your current relationship. That's a lot of years. My dog bones, you're old as fuck. But congratulations. I suppose and hope that you're happy in this life predicament that you have found yourself in." And Nathan says, and there was Q2. Yes, I mentioned that. That was the Etrian Odyssey persona. It's good, actually. It's kind of weird, but it's good. And Triple Boy says, a fling, that's a good way of putting it. Yes, if it's not as long enough to be a relationship, it's a fling. I mean, a week is not enough to be a relationship. Because I mean, if you meet a person and within 2 weeks you guys are dating, you guys probably didn't have a relationship beforehand. You were more of acquaintances. Unless you guys kind of go on a game of let's tell one another everything about ourselves within a week. It's impossible to know all there is to know about a person within that little amount of time. I mean, even after years, there's still a lot about people that we don't know. Some things because we don't want to know, or we don't know that we didn't know about those things. Like, I never asked. Say, for example, I never asked my boyfriend if he's into hunting birds. He might be, I don't know. I never asked him that. He never asked me that. Never mentioned that. So, I don't know. But that's not a thing I know that I don't know. It's like, who would even think about that? But that could totally be a thing. And even if we went and said, okay, 1 week, let's tell one another the most stuff about ourselves, you still won't remember some things, because some things are natural enough to you and you don't realize that it's not natural for other people. So other people are not do the same thing as you. So it will only be through living together and whatnot that you'll realize, hey, there is this thing that I feel like is natural, but they never talked or mentioned it, and the only time that we got more or less close to that, they had a kind of a weird reaction to that. So now I realize that they might not be cool with that. So what do? Do I tell them about that? Do I do not tell them about that? And there you go. So what I mean to say is that it takes a long time to know another person. Not to say that you can't develop relationship within weeks. You can, but that's not the norm. That's more of the exception. There are people who kind of click, and magically things just work out for these two people. But for most people, it takes a while. And when I say magically click, I don't mean like there's some weird ass kind of mystical force that, like, this person and this person, they are completely and totally made for one another, and the moment they meet, fireworks are gonna happen because they are so perfect for one another. Sometimes even people that are made for one another will not develop good relationships because the timing when they met was bad, was really bad. So say that this person was really down, they were in a weird place in life, things were not working out their way, and they met a person who is perfect for them, but they were like, nah, I don't feel like going out today, I don't feel like talking, nah, sorry, but no. And there you go. It didn't happen. Little do they know, they were perfect for one another, but it didn't happen because it wasn't a good time. Same thing, these two people might be completely randoms, and the reason why they worked out so well was because at the time they met, conditions were just so good that they made things work out. So life is complicated and chaotic AF, so it's a wonder when things happen. And Bone says, oh, old AF doggo, you are an old doggo, and that's why we love you, because we need a responsible adult here to take care of us. If you were not here, Bones, we would never be able to open up things, because no one here is old enough to handle scissors. Only you is old and responsible enough to handle scissors, boiling liquids, and fire and other stuff that we young furries can handle. So, see, your function here is the most important, which is to supervise us. So, there you go. And Oli says, so you're telling me you have never experienced having delicious macaroni and cheese? Not that I think so, I had just a week ago, but it wasn't good. Apparently I am not a fan of mac and cheese. I'm not a fan of cheese in general, so that's the thing. And then you just say for your last relationship, here, being where? Says Eknoli. Sam says that's not normal here. In Brazil. And then it says 2 whole years of pity till you felt better and decided to drop the bomb shell of saying he didn't actually love you but pitied you, and you make some and send it over. Says Noli. No need. I hate cheese, and I just remember I don't like cheese. Well, I don't like the cheese they use with mac and cheese, which is like pleb cheese. If you put in some good cheese like provolone or Parmesan, then that's good, but pleb cheese is like, get the shit out of here. And Triple Boy said actually just earlier this week, an old friend asked you out on a date. You just say yes, Triple Boy. You turned him down though. You feel like an asshole for like 3 days. Oh my dog. Triple Boy, you just had the opportunity to make Christmas magic happen, but you didn't. And Attacking Onion, hello there, welcome to the stream. How was your Christmas? You said, can you handle fire for real? Hashtag charity. I don't know. And then you don't run with skizzers. Those are dangerous and you're gonna impale yourself. And Wolfie Walter says hello, or rather, sup, cute face. What's up with you? Cuter facer. How's it going? How was Christmas? Also, welcome to the stream. It's been forever since we last saw you. And Walter says, you don't like cheese. I don't like pleb cheese, and pleb cheese with pleb things like pasta. Not to say that pasta is pleb, I love pasta, but that doesn't go well. Like, I don't like melted cheese, that's what I don't like. So if you get cheese, melt it and put it in something that's not supposed to be melty, such as pasta, that's disgusting and I don't like it. And Sam, you're screaming. Why are you screaming, Sam? It's been so long, we've missed you. Walter, you have been busy. Everyone has been busy, Walter. But I hope that your whatever it is that was keeping you busy was something good and worthwhile and good, worthwhile, and that made you happy, and that made your life somewhat easier, more bearable, and more wolfish in a way. And Oli says, pleb cheese #1, how dare you? I don't like pleb cheese. But also thank you so very much for that delicious subwoof, Anoli. And welcome to our K9 pack. Now you get to be a subwoofer, which means, well, first of all, you're a sub to a woofer, so that's kind of, you know, little innuendo there. If you can spot it, it is there. It is there. If you can spot it, the innuendo, it is there. But you also get to watch the stream without ads, which is amazing, and you also get to use emotes, or rather one emote, which is a good emote, but you get to use it anywhere over on Twitch, and now you get Good Boy Pounds at twice the speed that you normally would. So, in short, you get rewards. So, thank you very much for that delicious sub, and I hope you like it here, or that you have been liking it here, and that you like it even better. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. I don't know how to say thank you in a very short, concise way. And Wolfie Walter, you got a Cintiq, you're loving it. Is it really a Cintiq? I thought it was kind of a off-brand tablet. But my dog, if you got a big-ass Cintiq, that's amazing. Congratulations, Walter. Santa really came through for you. And Attacking Onion says, what is he reading? He who? And how is your Christmas? You live in the sand area. Oh, you sweet summer child. I live in Brazil. It's hot AF. Look at. I was gonna show you guys my fan. It's spinning right down there. To get some wind going on. So yeah, the wind doesn't come all the way up here strongly, but the idea is that this thing kind of should flutter a little bit with the wind. But anyway, there's a fan blowing at max speed because it's fucking hot in here. Has been for a month now. And Triple Boy says, yeah, I have known him for 5 years and you like talking to him, but he doesn't really challenge you. What? What do you mean by it doesn't challenges you? I don't understand. I'm sorry. And Nani, if you impale yourself, you'll be happy if it was lethal. Don't do that, Oni. Don't run with scissors. See, that's why we need you here, Bones. That's so you can tell Bones Oni not to run with scissors. Walter, you said Worth is in your mate's sanity. I'm working on art, by the way. I love smoked Gouda. Never had that. I have no idea what it tastes like. And Noli, you need more dog emotes. Oh, I hope you like mine. And Attacking Onion says Brazil snow when? Never. We don't have snow here. I mean, who knows? Maybe with this new president, he's gonna make it snow. I doubt it, because the previous presidents have promised snow here, but none of them came true, so if this new president doesn't mix up snow, I'll give up believing in snow entirely. Snow isn't real, you guys. It doesn't exist. It's kind of like, you know, Area 51 and aliens and shit. Those things don't exist. It's kind of, I know the season doesn't allow us to say this, but snow is just not as real as Santa. Santa is not real just as snow. Snow isn't real. The fuck you're going on about? And I don't believe in snow anymore. And well, Walter, you send photo in general. Please do. I want to see it. You sent a photo the other day. I saw it, but I didn't get to see it because I was seeing on my phone. I was still half asleep and in bed, and I was like, so I didn't get to see it very well. But I'll look it over again. How does it feel? Does it feel fun and fancy drawing a big ass monitor drawing screen or not? Because I remember that when I first got my Cintiq tablet, I was like, holy fucking shit, this is amazing. But within days I was like, okay, it's good, but it's not magical. It's just a tablet where I can see stuff in. And yeah, that was it pretty much. But I still wouldn't go back to using a normal tablet that doesn't have a monitor attached to it. I love using a Cintiq. It makes life and art so much better. But yeah. Now Sam says that's true, you guys. And Oni says your sanity fluctuates 50%. What and why? I don't understand either of those. I don't understand that statement, Oni. You keep bamboozling me with your words. And attacking, you also said, dude, the way you raise and make strokes free high smooth AF. What is that word? Fry high? Do you mean freehand? But the gist is that I'm not using an eraser. I'm using the transparent color to erase things in a more smoother way. Marcus, you want see Brazilian hit and sun every day. You do not want it. You will burn if you have it. And Sam says, careful with what we wish for, Marcus. Here in Brazil can be very hot. And Anoli says, ironically enough, I have more cheese emotes than dog emotes. Ugh. And more dog emotes than cheese emotes. And Marcus says, you know, Sam, but if you know snow and the darkness, you so agree with you. And Wilson sent it's comfortable. Comfortable is good. When I started using this tab, it took me a while to get the right position for it, so I didn't get cramps in my hand. Kind of like a wanker's cramp, but kind of a artist's cramp, hand cramp. And oh my dog, that looks amazing. Whoa. That's super duper cool, my dog. And it's fucking gigantic, look. Like twice the size of mine. I wonder, however, if that is... I wonder... I have been thinking of like saving up money to buy a big Cintiq for myself, because that would be cool. I have a very small one and, well, it works for me, but I wish I could have a bigger one because bigger is better. When it comes to monitors and displays, it's good to have a big one. But I wonder if I would have had size to have it in here, because I don't have quite of a big desk. And I already have to juggle my keyboard and my mouse and the microphone. It's kind of cramped in here, and I don't know if I would have had the space for a bigger monitor. So there's that. Attacking says free high is not a word. I was smashing your keyboard for what's that, satisfaction. That makes sense. And I Doug heading off to play garbage game. Please enjoy drawing and thanks for streaming. Thank you for being awesome and being here today. And I'll be seeing you later, Attacking Onion. Have a delicious day of the weddings. And only you blame Atling. You can't say scissors correctly. You say skizzers. I don't know who that is. But skizzers isn't too bad. It's just kind of what? But it's not bad. And Triple Boy says he kind of just goes along with whatever you say. He doesn't challenge your ideas or calls you out when he thinks you're wrong. He doesn't pushes you out of your comfort zone. He's a really good friend, but not someone you would like to spend 7 days a week with. I had a friend like that. A friend who we talked a lot about all the things, but I felt like he didn't have a. I felt like he didn't have a personality of his own. A lot of things he said, a lot of things he did was kind of him copying other people. And, I mean, he was fun as shit to hang out with. Still is. Even though I haven't hung out with him in like years. He is very fun and a very cool friend, but I get what you mean. He didn't challenge me either. And I was like, what the fuck? And that's not bad. Per se, to have a friend that doesn't challenge you, that's, you know, that's a kind of a cool friend you can just hang out with and have fun, play games with, and kind of do mindless stuff. But sometimes you need friends with whom you can have that real talk and say, hey, I think I'm a shit face. I did things I should not have done, and I need advice. And they will be like, oh no, don't worry, you're cool the way you are. And no, you don't need to be cool with the way I am. I need to change and improve, and you need people who can provide you with feedback and you need someone who can look you in the face and say, hey man, you fucked up, you should not have done that. And yeah, that's the kind of person who it's lovely to helps to have a relationship with, someone who likes you for who you are. They don't see a problem with who you are right now, but they also see the potential in you. They see who you could be and how bigger / better a person you could become if you focus your efforts in the right place. Kind of like that song by Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. It's pretty much the same story. I didn't see the boy, I see the man I thought he could be. Because he was a skater boy and said see you later boy. But now he's a superstar, slamming on his guitar. And showed pretty face what he's worth. And guess what? He's worth a lot. He's on MTV for fuck's sake. Not that it means a lot nowadays, but back then, oh my dog, it meant quite a lot. And then Noli says you would not be able to spend 7 days a week with anyone, my boyfriend or otherwise. Walter, you say very big. Also, you decided to mix up your character with a hyena, Wolfina. Oh my dog, you're going places. I noticed in the picture you sent, you were redrawing your character. It seemed like you're doing a. I don't know what you're doing, by the way. I suppose that you're drawing. Sorry. I suppose you're drawing a picture, kind of a reference or something. And I want to see it when it's done. Because it's looking dope. And River Boy says he's a comfortable couch you could get fat on. You want a bike to see new cities with? Oh my dog. Sounds like someone wants someone to sit on top of. Oh my dog, Triple Boy. So kinky. But I agree with Anoli, that's a good analogy. We all need bikes with which to see the world. Because the world is huge as fuck. And we can't possibly... I mean, we can, sure. I'm not gonna say that you can't. But I feel like life was not meant for you to sit down in the same place where you were born and spend your entire life there and die there. We can do so much more. We can explore the world, the universe, for fuck's sake. So let's go out there and explore stuff. Marcus says if you would make a son, actually it would look like a bear / wolf / hyena hybrid. There's a lot of stuff. And Stem says that sounds like an interesting combo. And Walter says do it, commission someone for it. Yes Marcus, do. Commission someone to do it for you. Because I think it would look amazing. Man, back in 2008 when I was really into Persona 4, 2009 really. Back in 2009 when I was really into Persona, I remember spending like the entire day listening to this soundtrack. It was amazing. I love the shit out of it. I would just putting the entire soundtrack, listen from track 1 all the way up to track last, and it would last for like 2 hours, the entire soundtrack. And I would listen to the entire thing as I played the World of Warcraft, and it was fun. Also, where has everyone gone? It's Christmas, everyone. Let's be cheerful. Let's say Christmas things. Triple Boy says, haha, you didn't mean it that way. I know you didn't, but it's kind of a nice little analogy, like, I want someone to sit on top of, and that will take me places, so that's kinda like a little innuendo. But anyway, that reminds me of a person I knew a long time ago. It's kinda, he kinda hang out with the furries, but he wasn't a furry himself, because he didn't have a persona per se, and didn't identify himself as having an animal self. An animal who represented himself. But he hung out with a lot of furries because he had something else going on. He identified himself as a chair. Let that sink in. I still don't understand what was going on. How can someone identify themselves as an inanimate object? Like, I feel deep down in my being that I'm a chair, and that's who I am in reality. I'm like, well then, I wanna say stuff, but I can't say stuff. Because me, myself, am going out on the internet and saying that I'm a dog. So what the fuck? But also, what the fuck? So, I don't know what's up. I never met anyone else who identifies as an object. And I also hang out with him one day, like just one-on-one, when we were just randomly talking. And we got to spend the day on the park talking. And the entire idea is that we talked, and he likes games and animes and young people thing. He does college. He's like anyone else. Except that on the internet he identifies as a chair, and I never felt so intrigued in my life before. I still do. I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard of him or talked to him in forever. Fucking damn if I don't want to know what's up with him. Like what's going on with your life? Tell me all about it. Like, my fucking dog. I wanna write a book about him. Like, oh my dog. It's the story of this guy who identifies as a chair. It's so fucking intriguing, to me at least. But also, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, what? And you, Triple Boy, is saying that you want someone to sit on top of, and to have this person take you through the world. Reminded me of this person, so I know you didn't mean it like that, but you better believe that there are people out there whose this is their entire guest. They go about being a chair and whatnot. Anyway, the hell am I going on about? Marcus, you say you don't know who, and yeah, I'm not good with telling one what you want. You're not that bad. And yeah, I don't know how much costs something like this, but yeah, you would make it if you know someone. My fucking dog. Ask Walter. He's right here, right there, and he does commissions, I think. He's an artist, and he does good art, so maybe ask him. Or Dodo. He's also German, so there wouldn't be too much of a kind of a language gap, so you can explain him better. And he's an amazing artist, so ask him. Maybe he'll get it to go with it. And then he says, "Gross, on FA you got only 4 faves and 21 views on your drawings." And Oli says, "Oof, you only identify as the chairs on Tuesdays nights." And Sam says, "A chair? Yes, a chair, Sam. Actually, it was an opulent little purple chair with wooden frame. Or rather, wooden frame and purple padding, like the cushions were purple with a royal print. You have to send me pictures like this is me, like send me pictures of the chairs. This chair, that's me." And that happened. Anyway, Triple Boy says, "Haha, I love it. Chair con, always there when you need to rest your feet." Water says, "Sitting on fetish." Maybe, I don't even know. And then it says, while on Twitter got 44 engagements, 282 impressions, 6 reblogs or rather retweets, and 9 likes, even though bottom line is you're dirty. You're dirt. That's the gist. That's why I said go to Twitter. Twitter is so much easier to interact with people. Whereas for Affinity and other sites are like, there's so much going on. It's so much harder to find people for Affinity. Like small people, it's hard as fuck. And Sammy said, "You know that in the show Strange Addictions there was someone who was addicted to being house items and stuff, but a chair." I don't know what you're talking about, Sam. I never saw that show, but I don't know if it actually went on as being that, or if it was like if it actually is like I'm a chair, or if it was like I like the idea of people sitting on me, so I'm a chair, and sitting on me like I'm naked, my pecker is out and it's hard and it's pointing up, and I want someone to sit down on my lap. That kind of deal. So who knows? And then, but I'm not a person who is having their pee-pee up, waiting for someone to sit their bums on it. I'm a chair. I don't know. Go figure. And Walter, you said like, "Oh my fucking dog." And Marcus says, "Yeah, Walter, go for it." And Walter, always open for commissions 24/7. That's a good way of making money. Marcus, you don't ask, you don't ask, you give commands as alpha. Oh my dog. And Walter, you actually specialize with first-time sonas. Oh my dog, that's amazing. Oni says, "It is on Twitter." What is on Twitter? Oh yeah, Walter is on Twitter. And Marcus says, "Yeah, you would like to see what you have done. You saw some picture, but there I can see your gallery, Walter." And there goes. There's a little link going on down there in the chat. Go check that out. And did you guys realize that I'm talking quite a lot and I'm procrastinating? I'm not drawing whatsoever. See, I'm the scandalous whore who isn't doing their work. Yay! Battle team for non-canon Chan. If you don't know what's up, Persona 3 has the Persona 3 Fest, which is the Persona 3 Festival, which is Persona 3 plus a expansion slash DLC, which feeds the rest slash ending of the story. But for whatever reason, a few years later, Atlus released Persona 3 Portable, and they also, as a bonus, because I guess releasing Persona 3 Fest on PSP is kind of like a steal. They thought, you know what, let's add this different character now. So they added a female main protagonist, and it fits the lore pretty well. But I don't remember exactly why or where, but it is decided that the male protagonist is canon, and the female protagonist is not canon whatsoever, so she's non-canon Chan. They have speeches in here. They do. She's gonna be speaking things. And Nathan, you're open on commissions too, but only if someone asks you about them and has something interesting to sculpt. Oh yeah, but you do 3D sculpture as commissions, right? And what do you mean something interesting? Because I kind of feel the same way about that. Like, I don't want to do something that doesn't feel nice or interesting to do. I don't remember which Persona this song is from, but it's probably from Persona 4. And then it says, me too, but you're too garbo, go with experts here. And then only you clipped a thing. What is that? Flaccid, delightful garage squad goals. The hell is going on with that? I'm naked. Doug wants us to sit on him, confirmed. Oh no. I don't want people to sit on me. I mean, I do, but I don't. But I do, but I don't. But I do, but I don't. But I do, but not really. But I actually do. But no. And then it says Nathan and Walt deserve more money. Walter, put up your dukes. I need them mons. Everyone needs them mons. I need them mons. But I'm gonna try and acquire them through other means. And I notice the song, The Memories. Yes. These songs, those memories. It's supposed to be how many hours is it? 2.5 hours of Persona Mix Blues and Velvet Room. No, that's the name of the song that is playing now. Wait, Blues and Velvet Room, that's Persona 3. What the fuck? No, is it? No, Blues is Persona 4. Is it? Let's pretend it is. Fuck. Yeah, it's a 2.5 hours mix of Persona songs for relaxation, study, and work and whatever. Except that instead of listening to the music, you are also listening to me. So you guys got the bad end of the deal. You gotta have cool music, but annoying host who can't say words for shit. Because I have all sorts of diction problems and stutters and whatnot, and I can't say a long sentence without stopping or making some awkward interruptions every now and then. But that's me, and I'm working on that, but not really. I'm not working on that. I will always talk like this. I wish I didn't, but I will. Because that's not the kind of stuff you can change through sheer willpower. You have to see an actual professional doctor who specializes in treating those kinds of things. But I don't have that kind of money, so guess I'll just keep speaking in my little weird crooked ways. I mean, so long as you guys understand what the hell I'm saying, so that works for me. And Walter, you just enjoy drawing. We all do, but Walter enjoys more. And now Walter has a cool AF new toys. He has to practice with it. So give him something to practice with. And Walter says, "Fumble with words." And Nathan, you do not make commissions for money. You make them for interesting designs and challenging your style and skills. Money is only a form of reglementation of this. That's not a word, but sure. But yeah, I mean, it's work. Don't do work for free unless there's some actual benefit or some if you're gonna be compensated some other way. In fact, you did sculpt for me and I never found a way to pay you back for that. I don't even know how. I'll ever get to pay you back for that sculpt you did for me. And also in the end we were kind of gonna try and see how to make a face rig thing out of that face sculpt that you did, but we didn't get to do that. Apparently face rig is a complicated little program who isn't too easy to implement and well, to implement things into it, but and I have shit skills with sculpting and shenanigans, so I don't think it would be very fair. Window, no, stop whistling. I think it would not be fair of me getting you to do all that for free and without paying you. And well, things stopped right there, right then and there. Triple Boy says, "I'd see it on you." Haha. Just kidding, unless there's, I would never do that unless I wanted to. Oh, Triple Boy, you are implicating yourself in things you don't want to be implicated in. Walter, you said, "At least you're slowly improving each time on your speech." I think I am. I hope that I am. Now I'm more... I'm much more confident in my speaking English. Because I think that the first few streams that I did, I was like, I is Brazilian boy, I English say, words, bamboozle. And now I'm a little bit more confident in the way I speak and the way I form sentences, and I feel like I'm being understood. Marcus says, "I saw on one picture cut your son as a stale off. I didn't know why artists do this, and you're one of them." Just kidding, but he doesn't get it. And Oni says, "I just know you're not seeing special in this world of art. Shut your whore mouth, Oni. You are special. Your little special Reno." But continuing with what you said that other than just being a mod on the stream and server, nah, you are a good artist, Oni. You just had a lot of tough breaks and here and there, and I mean, you know, for me and for Walter, I'm gonna assume a lot of stuff about you, Walter, by the way. It's more that we work with art and that's what we do. If I didn't get to work with art, I wouldn't have a job. I would have to go and work on menial shit elsewhere, like, I don't know. Not to say that other jobs are not good, but I would do something that I'm not good at. I would have to start at the lowest level and try to work my way up by learning a completely new set of skills. But instead of doing that, with an actual paying job, I did art for a long ass while until I became good enough to be able to do my own stuff. But one of the biggest reasons why I became good enough was because I went on and did an entire comic, which took me forever to do. But that's it. If I didn't do this comic, if I didn't invest over 10 years of doing art, and not only investing time and effort into doing and practicing art, but also having the stubbornness and determination to not give up when literally everyone in my life told me to not do this, that this was a waste of time. If I hadn't done that, I would be doing literally anything else. I would be working an office job, which wouldn't be bad, but wouldn't be something I like doing. And that's it. It took me years of doing of practicing art and doing art and being non-stop into art for me to be able to get here where I can do art for a living. Same thing with Walter, I suppose. And you have a job that is not art. You have a job outside of the art world. So it would not, I suppose, it wouldn't be comfortable for you to pick this job you have and forsake it and invest all of your time just on art. Say, from now on I'm gonna do art and that's gonna be my new life. You can always do that, but if you went and did that right now, you wouldn't have a place from where to get money. So you're not focusing on doing art like 24 hours a day. And thus, improvement comes slower. It does come, but not as fast. So don't say that you're not good for art. You just are not being able to dedicate as much time as you need to break it into the art world. I haven't broken into the art world yet. Nobody has. It's a tough word to get into. And Nainoli says, at least you use the phrase diction problems. I would just say it, I'm bad at speaking and I have been speaking English your whole life. I may be bad at speaking, but I have a good grammar. I have a good... I know a lot of words, a lot of fancy terms I can use. I don't know why, but I do. Because I read a few books too many. And Marcus says, has a reason to do it. And Nathan says it was a fan art. You do not pay for fan arts. You only allow to make them. Oh. Well, thank you so very much, Nathan, for investing time and making that fan art. It was amazing. I just wish we could have, that I could do something cool for you too. Because it was really good. That 3D model made of me. And Walter says you just have a bandaged tail. It is easy to identify. And Nekiroy showing up saying played 1 hour without... without crashes. And then it says you'll just sit here, be quiet boy for a while, ping you with bits if needed. I want you. Why do you do this to yourself? Walter said it's a part-time job unless you have merch and content to post constantly, like you, Kim. At the moment, it's part-time as you're still going to college, not right now, but next spring. You can't get a job because of issues with your mental health, so art is the best thing you can do. And I'm good at grammar. That's a sentence. Then Triple Boy says, this song is perfect for this speech, OMG. Which song, which speech? My dog, I missed it. And Nathan says, you're kind of breaking through... You kind of broke into the world of art, but it's a little specific case. Yeah, your case is different. It's like you got into you spent a lot of time working on making 3D art, 3D models, and nowadays there's not a whole lot of people who can comfortably go and do 3D art with the same quality as you do. So no wonder people hired you, or rather that you got into the world of doing art. But then again, it's because you, out of hundreds of people, actually took the time and was stubborn enough to go there and say, I am going to learn 3D art, and there you go. Now you're in a world, in a place where you can do 3D art. And I mean, like years and years and years ago, I think all the way back into 2006, 2007, I came across Blender and I said, wow, I can make 3D stuff. And I used it to kind of modify some files I found about. There was some... this is kind of silly. But all the way back when I played The Sims 2, there were mods you could download for, you know, having muscular naked men into your little The Sims 2 game. And I downloaded them and I said, oh, cool, naked man, nice. And I was really into modding The Sims back then. And then I got Blender and I said, wow, I can make whatever I want with this 3D making tool. And all I used Blender to do was make the naked man's penises bigger, thicker, longer, and all that. And that was all I ever used Blender for. And I was like, oh, cool, I can do this. And that was that. But I never got into, you know, playing more with Blender afterwards. And if I had never stopped using Blender, I would have more than 10 years of experience with Blender. I would have as much experience with Blender as I have with traditional art nowadays. I stopped because it was hard to learn, and even nowadays it's kind of bamboozling for me to grasp some concepts of 3D and really get into it and do it. And if I never had stopped, I would be amazing at 3D today, I think. But I did stop, so that didn't happen for me. But there you go, Nathan, you did. Marcus said, oh, what is your issue, Walter, if you may ask? And Oli says, this song too. Walter says, Asperger, as you know, off, but you're getting up checked again. You're concerned you might have long-going family PTSD, depression, and some other stuff too. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, Walter. And stress can literally kill you, but you fight the fight the best you can. That's the spirit. And no point of looking down, always go forward. Fix what you can and enjoy what you have, right? Exactly. Although you are right, stress can actually kill you. Because stress is what is the term I'm looking for? It can cause psychosomatic damage. Psychosomatic stress is when something physical happens to your body due to all the stress, such as you get aches in your legs, or you get rashes all over the place. Something physical happens to your body, but it has no reason other than because you're too stressed. And too much stress can lead to high blood pressure, which can lead to you having a cardiac arrest or something of the sort. So, there you go. Try your best not to be stressed. America says, I guess you handle it right, Wolfie. And Nathan says there is Near Blender. There is Near Blender. New Blender with a really easier to use interface. Well, should give him a try. Yes, I saw it. I did give it a try. I used it for some reason, for some things. Actually, let me show it to you, Nathan. I don't know if you can see this here. But what I did with Blender here was I picked up this spaceship model here, like this one that he's holding. I didn't draw this. I mean, I did draw this, but what I did was I had the drawing of him kind of just holding whatever, and I went to Blender, got some free to use spaceship models on the internet. I posed them in Blender kind of in the right position, the right angle, and then I pasted them in here into the drawing, and I drew over it. So I used 3D to assist me in this 2D drawing, and I did that with the new Blender as well. So that's dope. And Walter says, of course, you're still here, aren't I? Nothing can kill you. Yet. Oh, I mean, there are things that can kill you, but let's hope that it doesn't get to that. It doesn't come to that. And Oni says, tag Drew and Sam on something. And Nathan says, great. Great, it is indeed. What did you tag us on? Into Oni Boyo. Memes and shit posting. What the hell is going on? Wait. Oni, you're so talented with art. I suck at art. Oni, don't say that. Oni, don't say that, you those skank. Also, holy shit, Walter, this tablet thing you posted on over on the internet, it's 500 Walter bucks, but it's 2,000 Doug bucks, because in Brazil we use a different money and the conversion rates ramps up the price, plus import taxes, which I know it has. It's gonna make this be incredibly expensive. Holy shit. It looks good though. I want one of those, but I cannot afford it, because I wouldn't go and pay just the price of the thing. I would pay like at least 50% more the price of the thing, if not like however much it costs. I would pay twice the price because of import taxes. So in the end I would pay like $1,000 for this thing. And Nathan says Curvus Pointer's use Blender a lot to speed up making backgrounds in his comics. He does, but he knows a lot more than I do of Blender. He actually models his backgrounds and stuff. He really knows a lot of those stuff. And I wanted to do something more or less like that, but currently I don't know a whole lot of Blender to be able to seamlessly throw that into my production workflow. I would need to go and dedicate quite a long while into learning Blender before I could effortlessly do that, which I intend to do eventually, because this whole thing here with the ships, it's incredibly how much time it saves me. All the way back, like years and years and years ago, when I was still doing the Golden Week, I tried to be like, hi, I can use 3D software to model buildings, and then I don't have to go and draw them. But I was being wrong. What makes What makes my art style fun is because I draw things. So avoiding drawing things and having the 3D models in there kinda breaks the entire thing. So I want to have a 3D thing that where I can model buildings, ships, maybe people even, I don't know, and throw them in there here and there randomly and use them as references. Then I go back and draw over it. Instead of just like having the 3D thing and throw the 3D thing in there with some filters to make it look less 3D and more painterly or whatever. I want her to say roughly American. And then it says, bleh, you don't agree with you, Doggo Boy. You have no original ideas, just basic dumb ideas like from a game or music video, etc., which is highly unoriginal. I disagree. I don't have original ideas either, Oni Boy. You may think that, you know, that I'm creating cool stuff, but a lot of stuff that I am doing are ideas I took from other stuff I thought was just as cool. Little do you know, the Golden Week was based off me reading a comic by Rookies called Unconventional, I think? Unconditional. That's what prompted me to do a romance comic, and also I had just seen the Scott Pilgrim movie like kinda twice in a row. And I mean, Scott Pilgrim isn't like the best movie ever, but it's not awful. It's fun and it's really highly enjoyable, and I saw it like so many times in a row I got like, fuck no. But it inspired me to go and do a romance story, which I did. But as I was going down, I thought, how can I throw my own spin into it? And then I threw spins, like, I want to have this character here, I want to have that thing there, and then I went modifying stuff, and I kind of went creating things on the go, and you can see, because that shows, because my plot is a mess. Everything's a mess in my comics. My comics are a mess. But anyway, my ideas are not original. I just threw in too many spins into it, so you can't tell which were my original inspirations to begin with. But then again, if you pick up like a romance story, fuck. I have no idea when Shakespeare is from, or Shakespeare is from. Probably the 1700s. But I mean, he wrote a romance story way too long ago, and his wasn't even the first. There were many before him. He just threw in a spin that was true wowie, and then people said, "Wow, that's a cool ass new romance story going on." This Shakespeare guy really knows what the hell he's doing. But he wasn't original. Romance stories are not original. It's just how you do them. So what I mean to say is that you don't need super original ideas on it. You just need the original. Well, the only things you need really is to do something you like. Your story can be a complete copy of something else, not just talk shit on people, but there are people that instead of going on and building their own worlds and shit, they go and do fanfics and fanfics is like you're picking a story, characters in a world that already exists. You're just throwing your own spin into it because why not? And that's super duper okay. So long as you're doing something that you enjoy doing, then everyone else is gonna enjoy it as well. But they might not enjoy the thing because of its quality, they might enjoy it because of how much love you're putting into it. Because when you do something with love and with passion, it shows. And it's undeniable. It shows. And Walter says all art is inspired by other art. There is no such thing as a truly original when it's based on a mixture of other content. So it's better to enjoy what you draw without plainly copying and pasting words. And Marcus says fanfics, slow, OMG Douglas, you killed you. And I tell you can't German. And I tell you I can't German. What happened? What did I do? Did I do something? What? Okay, now you're worrying me, Marcus. But there you go. This whole art this whole art deal is really disheartening, really. Because one of the coolest things about art is that you can do a single piece. Like, I just picked up this canvas, I made a couple scribbles here and there, and there you go, I finished up a piece. So I can post it, and you get, and because of the way the internet works, you get instant feedback. And you know that the feedback you're getting is instant. So when you don't get that instant feedback, like, I just finished a piece, and you posted it, and you don't get feedback from anyone, and you don't get any comments or anything, like, it feels like you're being ignored, which might be the truth, but it feels so disheartening nowadays because of how instant everything is. And if you don't have lots of likes within the first minutes of posting, you know, fuck, I failed. And those feelings are not healthy to you know, those are not healthy expectations to keep. They're not wrong, but they're not healthy to keep thinking on and about. Yep. So in the end, thinking about art and how you're not breaking into it, it's not healthy mentally. Like I said, art should, in a way, be about what you're passionate about. I really like doing this, I really like doing that, and go and do those things. Is it original? No, it's not original. I'm straight up copying this idea that I found. This music game, or this thing, or that other thing, or whatever. It's not original whatsoever. It's a 100% copy. But fuck everyone. If that's what you like, then do that thing. But don't actually fuck everyone. Just mentally don't pay attention to what they say. And do the thing you like doing. That thing is the thing that will drive you into doing more and more of. Kinda like Chandler did. He was really into doing art, and he was really focusing to trying to learn and improve and do that, but he found out in the end that he doesn't like doing art at all. So all this effort he was putting into learning art was actually in vain, because in the end he doesn't like making art as a business. He likes doing art as, like, just as a vent, or like randomly. I don't like making art as a business and doing and selling commissions. So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do art now, I'm just gonna do art for me because I like it, and that's completely okay. And also, hello there, Golden Burr. Welcome to the stream. And yes, I do have Facecam now. I have had Facecam for quite a while. I just have never used it. Because since I do not live alone, using Facecam is kind of a huge problem with privacy here. Most of the time. But anyway, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How was Christmas for you? Over there in wherever you are in the world. I don't know where you are from. But over there in wherever you are from, how was Christmas? Hopefully it was good. Yep. Now Marcus has said, fanfics plural. For you fucked many fans and out of nowhere you threw a word like this was funny. Don't know if fanfuck means the same. Don't mind you're silly. Nah, it's okay. But I mean fanfics as in fan written fiction. Not fun fucking fans and whatnot. But yeah, that's not here nor there. Marcus says, because no one can handle so much beautiness, you have to show it in doses. Hell yeah. And Goldenberry, it's been a very busy one lately with the holidays. It was stressful for you. Oh no. Christmas is not about being stressful. Christmas is about being happy and sharing the happiness with friends and families and significant others, as Nintendo Club is wont to do, because Nintendo Club cannot accept the fact that people are fucking. So they don't call people lovers and boyfriends and girlfriends and shit. They call them significant others. Anyway, Oni, you said, like, I'm conflicted. Like many people say, draw constantly, have an upload day, do your thing, enjoy yourself. Then others say, draw one day, draw what people are fangasming about, draw porn, make multiple sites to upload and micromanage, and out yourself in servers and streams. I mean, there's many approaches. If you want, there's many approaches, really. And not all of them work for everyone. There's some approaches that works best for one kind of person. There's another approach that works best for another kind of person. There's some approaches that are so exclusive to some people that nobody else can replicate those things. Nathan was just talking about Curvus Pointer, who does Lions of Cosmic comic, and his approach to art is so fucking out there. Like, he has this comic that he's done, and he said, you know what, I want to place my comic in its own site. So he went there and created a furry site of his own to upload comics to the Antrodynamics.com site. So that's an approach to art, but it's not valid for most people. No one has the ability to make a comic and also release a site, like a big site with galleries for many members and whatnot, just out of nowhere. It doesn't work like that. So that's an approach that, dang, it worked out for him, but it won't work out for everyone else. So there you go. There are many approaches, and you have to find the one that works best for you. There are some global-ish approaches, which are these that people have suggested. They work more or less well for most people. They might not work for you because they're so specific approaches. As in, upload every day, draw what people are fangasming about. Most of the time that works, but for example, I'm not good with following trends. I don't very much care for trends, which is bad. Because I would benefit a lot from trends, but I don't like doing that, so I don't do that. So out of that entire approach, I'm following most things, but not that, so there's that. So there you go. There are many approaches. You have to find the one that is best for you, whichever the one that is. If it's a very low productive approach, but it works, then goddamn it works. And only says which puts you at the line of why bother or why try, and mentally breaks you a bit, and you heavily question your decisions. And it's making you mad that some people tell you two different things that contradict each other. Hard work sells / sex sells. Both sells. Depends on who you are and what you're doing. So you see, there's this Brazilian furry Bobby. You guys definitely know him. He is amazing, an amazing artist. He does amazing artwork, has a very cool art style, and he does commissions on a steady basis, like nobody can top him with the timeliness with which he does commissions. But Bobby has this approach where he never ever draws sexy stuff. He just does one character pin-ups, and it works for him. And he made his fame out of that by doing character pin-ups. But it works for him because he has an amazing style that is lovely and so unique, and everyone likes it. Whereas there's this other friend who... this other Brazilian furry, Marlon Corres. You guys might know him. The guy who draws people with huge nipples. He... pretty much... He takes a long while to draw things every now and then, but he pretty much exclusively only does sexy stuff. And there you go, he does only sexy stuff, and it sells extremely well because people like his stuff and like sexy stuff, so there you go. Both of them have broke into the art world just out of, doing whatever works for them. I know for a fact that Furry Bobby, he likes a little bit of the naughtiness, because recently he posted a very lewd drawing on his gallery. But knowing him as a person, I know of a thing or two about his life situation. He lives with his family, and or he used to. When I met him, he used to live with his family, so he didn't have the ability to go out there and draw and do drawings, like not safe for work drawings on any time, because his family was always there and he couldn't find a time where no one was looking that he could go there and do lewd drawings. And you can even go with wait until midnight, and when everyone's asleep then do it, because he also had a schedule which he had to follow with school and other stuff, because he was also going through an art course and stuff. So he made the best out of his situation, and it worked out for him. Nathan, you said, Doug, if you want something and you do not have the skill to make this, all you need is learn the skill. It's easy. It's not easy, Nathan, but the concept is easy. The coming up with the willpower to say, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate my free time to learning something other than doing something else. It's commendable, but it's not as easy as you say. I know it's excuses. We're making excuses when we say it's not easy. It is easy in essence. It is easy, and we're just we're making it harder by saying that it's not easy. But it's daunting. For me, at least, it's daunting trying to learn new skills, because Oh, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna go through the excuses. It is easy in essence, but for me, I don't have the mental capacity you have for going out there and just saying, you know what, today I'm gonna learn something new, and go out there and do it. It takes me a lot more than it takes me much more than it would take someone else to go out there and try and learn a new skill. I know that if I made an extra effort, I could actually go and learn new things every single day. It's not as easy, but it is easy. But it's not easy. In short, doesn't make any sense, but that's the gist of it. But I get what you mean, Nathan. And Golden Bird says, gotta to see you again, Doug. Good to see you again, Doug, but you gotta run again. Keep going strong, I will. See you later, Golden Bird, and thank you so very much for showing up. And apparently you are a subwoofer. I didn't know that. Weirdly enough. Thank you for being a subwoofer too. And I'll be seeing you later. Sorry for not reading your message sooner. Marcus says, nice, Walter. I like your Brawlhalla picture with the cross thing. Great game. And Nathan said, it is easy, you try. Well, that's the thing though. Everyone's different. But anyway. Walter said, cross best player, your new addiction is... what? Mother Gun Ship, what the hell is that? Subtract Monster Hunter World is Mother Gun Ship. I don't know what that is. Walter. Is that more Brawlhalla stuff? But back on your subject, Nathan, of, you know, learning new skills and doing that kind of stuff. It's easy, incredibly easy to learn something you want to learn when you want to learn that thing. It's like, I want to learn how to do this thing that I really want to do. Like, I really want to do that thing. Then yeah, it's easy as fuck. Your entire mind is hyped on learning this concept because you want to learn it. But if it's something that you are interested in, but you don't have an immediate application for that, then it's not as easy. One thing I really wanted to do since ever in my life was doing comics, which is, as it happens, what I do today. Since doing comics is what I wanted to do, I did go out there, try to learn skills and try to improve my knowledge of comic book making. And yes, I did get those new skills on making comic books. A lot of stuff I don't really apply, but I did learn a lot of stuff. And it was sort of easy because I was really into it. And it's something I can apply on my everyday, on my everyday whatevers, because I'm doing a comic and that's a thing that goes on every day. And when I think, hey, I want to also learn 3D, but it's not something I can wholesomely apply on my everyday work, comics, as easily, and the time I would spend trying to learn 3D stuff is time I'm not working on my comics. So that sort of stuff also impacts how you do get to learn stuff or not. Then again, like I said, this is always me making problems, creating obstacles in my own mind. But what I mean to say is that my mind is creating these obstacles. It's not truly there. I could simply go, I could easily go there and better manage my time, cut down on, you know, watching random stuff on YouTube, and spend all my time just in trying to improve, learning new skills and whatnot. But my mind works this way. My mind tells me that constantly, so I would need to go on this whole thing of me convincing myself that I am wrong and that I need to do something else. And that is hard. I don't know if that makes sense, or if it sounds like more excuses being made. But I hope I was able to get my point across, more or less. And Quantum Velvet says that a snoot. Yes, it is a snoot. Also, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How was Christmas? Marcus says no, it is Mortex, to be honest. They have Monster Hunter World, but I'm actually not in the mod to start to play it. You don't know why, but you need time for that. She might not be the best. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Mobile Suit Gundam Federation versus Xeon DX. You fucking love that game, says Oni. I don't know what game that is. Yeah. And Walter, you say also Monster Hunter World is mood set, yes, but it's fun. Sure, you are just working on your son as this Kigu he wears at the moment. What is a Kigu? And Marcus says, yeah, you started, but it was so much that you have to start it again when you want to play further because you lost everything on your mind. Oh yeah. That is a thing. And then it says Kigurumi. What is a Kigurumi? Thing. And Quentin says, I started out kinda crappy but got better. It got better. Okay. So did you spend your Christmas with family or something, or was it more of you on your own, doing your own stuff? Also, I guess I don't remember. I guess I did explain why this stream today started a little while late today. I suppose I did explain that. But even though this stream today started a little bit late, like 20 something minutes late, I will not be going overboard today. I have stuff to do. Which is finishing up this comic page. But not to say that you guys are distracting, but I don't work as fast on the comic when I'm streaming, and it's really understandable why. I'm trying to track more than one thing instead of, you know, just putting on my audiobooks and listening to them as I mindlessly keep sketching up things in here. But anyway, speaking of audiobooks, I learned about two things weirdly. First is that there's this audiobook I wanna get into, which is The Expanse, which is a TV show that has been going on for a while. I saw the first couple seasons, it was kind of cool, but I want to read the books because people have told me that the books are very good. But Audible doesn't have those books available in Brazil because apparently Brazil is a pleb country who should not be allowed access into the first 4 books of The Expanse. Go figure why. And then I learned that if I wanted to buy these books, I would have to spoof Audible to think that I'm not from Brazil, but rather that I'm from the United Kingdom. Or Canada, whichever. And then I would be able to go and buy those books in Audible form. Or I can go to Google Play. Apparently Google Play now also sells audiobooks. I don't know if it's the same books, I don't think it's the same, but they do also sell audiobooks now in Google Play, and that's spooky, but that's a thing. So that's my choice now. I don't know how I would go and listen to those on the computer though, so then I have to figure those out eventually. Walter, you sent some links on the Discord. And Marcus says, oh good, I have someone to ask. And Noni says, speaking of Christmas, all you got was respect, while everyone else got gifts and the kids too. So it doesn't smear the screens to the drawing tablet. Marcus says, I mean, you draw mostly with finger and middle finger, also thumb, why is the rest just in? It's more so that the palm of your hand doesn't touch the screen, because our hands are full of fat and oils that can smudge the screen a little bit. So it's not good to have those in there. And then it says, man, Persona games really make you feel things, especially your mood now. Oh yes, I mean, I know for sure that whatever it is that I need to do in my life, I could totally put on some Persona soundtrack and close my eyes and go for days or hours just listening to it. Window, no whistling. Window, what the hell? There you go. Marcus, Wolfie, you said your ring and pink rest on the tablet typically, so those are the fingers to cover. Yeah, there you go. So Kigurumi is those... I see those big ass costumes you get on top of. And Brawlhalla and Mother Gunship are those two games. Wow. The snuggliest PJs this holiday. Man, people over there in the northern hemisphere of the world get so many cool things. Before we keep on going with whatever it is we were doing, because things were being done, I already had Tabletop Simulator, but I thought, you know what, fuck it, I want to play something on Tabletop Simulator. So I went on to Reddit. I saw a list of people saying, there's these many games you have to play on Tabletop Simulator because they're awesome as fuck. And one of them was Gloomhaven. Then I got the mod, the Steam Workshop mod for Gloomhaven. I installed it into Tabletop Simulator. I watched a YouTube tutorial video that is like half an hour long, explaining how to play the game, and I was like, oh okay, now I think I get the gist of how the game works. And then I talked my boyfriend into playing with me. We did not get to complete an entire play session. We did a little bit because we are also pausing a lot to double check the rules, but we got to play a lot of Gloomhaven, and it's amazing. I had a lot of fun with it, but we were playing on Tabletop Simulator, and as we found out, well, as we already knew, it's a tabletop game, so there's a physical edition you can get if you are into those kind of stuff. And we said, hey, how much is a Gloomhaven tabletop game if we were into going and playing it? Then I said, hey, maybe it's not super duper expensive. How much is it? And we found out that it actually is expensive as fuck. It's so unwieldy, the amount of money it is. Like, fuck. So I wanna complain a little bit here. Hang tight. I'm gonna on a rant here. So Gloomhaven. Let me open up the capture tool so I can capture things. By the way, I know I'm taking a complete detour from working on the comic to rant about this. So there you have it. Gloomhaven on Amazon. I just googled this. So there you go. We have Gloomhaven by Cephalophare Games. It's a big ass box of stuff. It's a very big beefy game. It's, I don't know, it's $140, but Amazon comes through for you, and it's now $133. So that's amazing. There you go. Haha, it's not that expensive. Like, okay, $140 is a lot of money, but I mean, we pay more on things that are much less enjoyable. So there you go. And there you go. 140 Brazilian reais. But if you see this thing here, it's actually look at this mother flipping thing. It's $133 plus $262 out of shipping and import fees to Brazil. Because here in Brazil we have this bullshitty import taxes. Like, if you buy something from another place that are not books, you have to pay import taxes. And the import tax is the price of however much you paid for it. Oh my god, what a weird mixing is this. Anyway, so the game is $133 plus shipping. Say shipping is like $30, so it becomes $160. So you have to add another $160 on top of that. So in the end, the price becomes this $133 and $133 plus the $262, which is the shipping plus the import taxes. So in the end, I will have to pay $395 for this game, which is a hefty sum. Must I say, it's very expensive for a tabletop game. And you guys might be going like, sure, $400 is a lot of money for a tabletop game, but it costs us as much as a console game. I mean, a video game, but shit. If you convert that to Brazilian reais, that's like 2,000 Brazilian reais, and with 2,000 Brazilian reais, I can actually travel the world. Well, not the world, but I can travel to like the neighboring state. And there's a lot of shit you can do with 2,000 Brazilian reais. With $400, there's also a lot of stuff you can do. And this is bullshit. And I'm really pissed about this. We were not at all intending to go and buy the game because, you know, it's... Why would we go and buy the game? But this is bullshit because the import taxes are in place to encourage we, the buyers, to buy things locally. So hey, instead of buying this from, you know, the other country, why don't you buy from your own local from your local industries and support the local industry? But the local industry doesn't manufactures this. So the only way we can get this is through importing. So now you start to see the problem there. And so on and on and on. Same thing applies with other stuff, which is now the problem with this tablet, this drawing tablet. Walter, you just got one, a drawing tablet, and I'm to believe that it was a good investment for you, that you're happy with it. And if I were to go and buy it as well, like I said, it would be $500, this link you sent me, plus shipping, because this is a big ass product. I'm expecting shipping to be like $120, because, you know, it's a big product, plus 80% of this entire price because import taxes. So wait, but I did something wrong here. Fuck. Plus 80% of the price of the thing plus the shipping totals up to $1,100. So this same tablet you bought, if I were to buy it, it would be $1,100 here in Brazil, because it would be imported. So that sucks, and that makes me really sad. and I become a sad boy. And when I become a sad boy, I become a renty boy. And I don't like being a renty boy. I just want to do cool stuff and have cool stuff. I can't. Fuck damn it. So you guys who live over there in the Northern Hemisphere, you guys have it really good. You guys have it really good. Anyway, Quantum Vivid said that the window wants to whistle along. It can't. It's too loud. And Micah says, as an artist, a dumb question to get. Sorry, it's so simple when you think about it now. Not really. It's not that simple. It is good for, you know, drawing on tablets, but on paper it's kind of different. Because if you're drawing on paper, depending on the medium that you're using those little gloves can actually smudge paint or graphite all over the paper, and that would not be fun. So if you're a traditional artist, you would use a different glove or not use gloves altogether. So that's not a dumb question. There's no dumb questions. Walter, you said that there's a lot of stupid questions, but it's best to know so you don't have to ask again. Or that. And Echo says 3,000 reais. Yeah, it's a lot of money. And Echo says, what you mean capture true? Just press Windows Shift and S. Oh no, what have you done? I did not know about the shortcut, Neku. Thanks for letting me know, but I will never ever remember about it. Nathan, you said that you made some tabletop games and you know how expensive it is to produce and to import, apparently. Walter says, by the way, speaking about tabletops, is anyone coming to the biggest Little Fork in US, Reno, Nevada? No. I would love to meet anyone that's coming. And that's why there's Dungeons and Dragons, Kim. Yes. Dungeons and Dragons, all you need is a book and then you're set. Marco says, what the fuck, this is ridiculous. I know. For you this costs 260 money's fast price, included all taxes, shipping. This is really sad. What if you buy it and send it to you? That is also problematic, because you see, there's two things that happen. When you send something over to someone, you as the sender have to declare the price of this thing that you're sending in case it goes missing. Say, like, for example, you send $50 worth of books to someone, and say that, for example, this package you sent was lost, and you go to the post office and say, hey, my thing was lost and I want my money back, or my things back. So they're gonna go and pay you back the amount of money it was worth those things. So you have to declare a price. But when you declare a price that is wrong on purpose, that is a federal penalty that is actually against the law to do. Of course, you can do that. Nobody's gonna arrest you if you do that, unless they found out that you did. But that's problematic, because there's two things. When you declare a price that is much lower than what the thing actually is, you also have to declare that it's used. And if the box still has all the seals, they are gonna see that it's clearly not used. And if the customs people, they say, this big ass box is declared as $20. Let's open it up and see if it's actually worth $20. So they open it up, they see what's going on, and they say, hey, this is not worth $20, this is worth much more. So they overwrite whatever price you put in, and they retax it over on this new price that they have decided that this thing is worth. So you buying the thing and sending it to me works if we're lucky. There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen on the way. Also, there's always the possibility that this thing that you are sending to me, instead of reaching me, it gets lost on the way, and then if you go back and if you declare a much smaller price, and you go to the post office and say, hey, I was sending this thing, it was lost, or stolen, or whatever, and I want my money back, they're not gonna pay you the full price, because they're gonna pay you back however much money you declared it was worth it. So there you go. So there's a risk on declaring a smaller price than the thing actually is worth, and is also, against the law. But if you do it, it's not 100% guaranteed that it's gonna work out, but most of the time it does work out, and that's how many people get to import things by paying much less, is by knowing people in other places who buy things for them, open up the boxes so it's used, then reseal it kind of in whatever way and send it to you. That's how you get things cheaper in here. That doesn't work all the time though. But anyway. Walter says, move to America then, or at least come by so you can buy here and see some dogs. That is the ideal plan, is to go to the United States or somewhere in Europe and get those things, and then you know, that's the way to go. That's the way to do it. America said for the Nobel Prize, no one will find out. And Nani says, boy oh boy, you like suffering. And Sam says, suffering is good times, it makes you learn and makes you strong. Not necessarily, Sam, not necessarily. America says, in life you have to take some risks. And Sam, you just realized that Mr. Doggo has been procrastinating the entire stream. I have. It's because I'm excited to be here with you guys talking. I mean, I'm excited to talk with you guys. And we don't ever get to do that a whole lot often. Because sometimes they're just not feeling it. Sometimes I'm kind of and I don't come up with cool subjects, and I feel like I make the stream feel a little grindy. It doesn't feel good to be here. It doesn't feel good to, I mean, for you guys. I feel like you guys don't feel like being here because of how down I'm being mood-wise, and you know, I don't want you guys to feel like that, but it's not something I have the 100% control over. But when in the rare times when I really am chipper just because, it's fun to just go out there and just, you know, just chill out with you guys and talk and have fun and whatnot. Also, thanks for calling me out, Sam. Much appreciated. America says he was doing it before he knows exactly what happened. He spent a lot of time learning the rules. Douglas, the gangster K9. What do you mean, gangster K9? I have done nothing gangstery. And Triple Boy says, you can come visiting you in Canada. I cannot, as a matter of fact, because, little do you know, Canada does not allow Brazilians to come in there. Neither does America, as a matter of fact. If I were to go to the United States or Canada, I would need a visa and also a passport. So I would need a passport and a visa to be able to go over there. And even then, this visa is like, you can only stay for 30 days, because that's how visas work. And even then, I could go for like 30 days to visit you guys or whatever. But it's also a lot of money to travel internationally, and on top of fucking that, there's always the matter that, you know, if I were to go out there, like, you know, let's go and visit the United States, let's buy all those things I can't buy in here. When you're traveling, like civilian traveling about, and when you are planning to return to your country, you also go to customs. So even if you physically go to the country and buy stuff there and tries to bring it back, customs are gonna be like, hey, what the hell are you doing with that? You're only allowed to carry back with you this much amount of, you know, goods with you before we are forced by law to tax you. And even if you don't bring that much, we're gonna tax you anyway for buying things out there. So, living in Brazil is unfair as fuck. Except for the fact that we have a lot of drinkable water. Like, shit. If we wanted, we could everyone take half an hour shower every single day, and we would never run out of water here, because Brazil has a lot of water going on. But other than that, economically, it's not doing that good. Yep, I don't need this anymore. Okay, so this here is right, the other one isn't. Let's fix that. Only says 10% of Twitch viewers like to be here, 5% just lurk. Everyone else, they possibly don't care. Oh man, those are some harsh statistics, Oni. You need to create a Twitter account called Harsh Statistics and deliver statistics just like that for everyone else to enjoy. Sam says, also sadly, it's time to say farewells. You'll go full power against Walter. Okay then, it's time to say goodbye. I wasn't done, but it's time to say goodbye because Sam said so. Marcus says, the grin on your face says the truth. And good luck on him. And Triple S says, what? That's so lame. And only says visa for eligibility to work. Not really. For Brazilians, it is needed to travel as a tourist. Yeah, it sucks, but it is. As a tourist, you need a visa. Of course, as a tourist, it's much easier to get a visa than as a working visa. But still, I can't just get a passport and go to the United States. I need a visa to say that I'm a tourist. Sam says, you go full power, Marcus, you have to defend your title. And your main is cross, right? And Tiger says, sounds like it. Sounds like what, Tiger? Kinda showed up suddenly and randomly, I don't know what you're talking about. But if you say it is, you normally know things that most of us are completely oblivious to, so I suppose that you're right about that. Also, welcome back to the end of the stream, Tiger. America says you would spend so much time on the beach when you got my weather. And OMG, every day waking up with the sun and sun before going to sleep. Well, if you really like the sun, you would love it here. And then he says, should I? Cause to be honest, nobody likes the truth and will cause a shitstorm. I was actually joking, honey. I didn't mean it really. But anyway, today is a Wednesday. We streamed for 2 hours, 40 minutes. Like I said, we started the stream a little bit late, so 20 minutes of the stream are not actually here. But I don't plan on doing anything about that. I'm gonna cut the stream earlier because I have to actually work at this comic. But I want to thank you all so very much for being here today, and I hope that despite my constant ranting and going off topic to rant more on other stuff, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did, and I hope you guys did too. And if you guys didn't enjoy the stream, please take a while, go to the Discord channel, go to my Twitter, or just DM me here on Twitch and tell me exactly why did you hate the fuck out of my stream, that so I can do something about it and hopefully improve it for future generations. If you did, however, enjoy the stream, make sure to tell your friends. Maybe I'm the only thing they're lacking in their lives. Maybe their lives is almost perfect. All they needed was to know that I am doing streams and that they have this slot of time in their days that they can fit with something, but they don't know what something, and that something could be me. And then you could bring your friends over and we could all have a gigantic party where everyone swings their dicks around and everyone has fun. So, tell your friends. And other than that, I'll be seeing you guys next time. Next time being tomorrow. Tomorrow being Tuesday. Yes, that means that Tuesday we'll be streaming something. I don't know what something. But we will be back, probably with more comic. I will try and actually work on this comic a little bit more between now and tomorrow. And Nathan says, you made 10 variants of herring in the time of my stream, so it was fruitful. Well, see? There you go. Tell your friends about the stream. people except me get shit done here in the stream. And then he said that Patreon is a nutshell, is that creator wants funds and need creates the stuff, patrons wants to see more and support, lurkers just support. Moochers only support for the freebies you have placed on the rewards. I don't know what that means. And Triple Boy said that's okay, have a good rest of your day everyone. So do you all. Have an amazing week Wednesday. I hope you guys do something to, you know, hype yourselves up for New Year's, because New Year's is right about the corner, like literally. Next in less than 7 days it's gonna be New Year's and things are gonna go down. So you guys better get ready. But before we truly actually go check out Kazuma J. Shep. He's playing some delicious Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I am not into it myself, but I know that you guys are, because who isn't nowadays? So make sure to go check him out and send lots of love to him and tell him that Doug sent you, and spam the fuck out of his stream with Doug emotes. So if you're a subwoofer and you have my little emote, make sure to spam his stream with that and yell raid and steal something when confusion issue. But anyway, I will be seeing you guys next time. Stay awesome and goodbye.